Namaste. Namaste, everyone. I'm Manishi Mishra from ABS Engineering College, Ghaziabad. I'm there today with you.
सभी को नमस्ते। मैं उमेश जाधव औरंगाबाद महाराष्ट्र से आपके साथ जुड़ा हूँ।
Namaste, Bhaiya. Namaste.
नमस्ते नमस्ते दीदी।
Ji, ji. Bhaiya, it's my pleasure to welcome, everyone present on this platform, not just students, teachers today, but parents also who are there with us from different parts of the nation to this inaugural session of 10-day sampler online induction program of the year 2021, which is organized by AICTE.
ये बिल्कुल एक उत्सव के माहौल की तरह लग रहा है ना दीदी? क्योंकि
जी भैया।
भारत भर से जुड़े हुए बच्चे भी हैं, उनके पेरेंट्स है, फैमिली मेंबर्स है, टीचर्स है, एसआईपी कोऑर्डिनेटर्स है। तो एक उत्सव की तरह इस ईएसआईपी की शुरुआत हो रही है।
Yeah, this is what pandemic has blessed us with. This is how I feel, isn't it? And
हाँ।
Bhaiya, one thing that comes to my mind is as parents, we always aspire our child to get an exposure which helps the innate faculties of the child bloom and he develop as responsible family member and an asset to the society. So, this student induction program is a platform to help our students to explore their potential, recognize it, and nurture it to reach their aspired destination.
जी, बिल्कुल सही कहा दीदी। क्योंकि एज अ पेरेंट्स मैं अपने में भी ये देखता हूँ कि मेरे जो बच्चे हैं आदित्य और शिवार्थ, ये तो अपने स्किल को डेवलप करे ही, लेकिन साथ ही साथ वो परिवार में भी, समाज के लिए भी कोई उपयोगी बने रहे। और यही हर पेरेंट्स और हर बच्चे की भी अपनी एक मनोकामना बनी रहती है कि हम
बिल्कुल
पूरे में
ठीक
जिए,
बात।
सर्वांगीण विकास करते हुए सर्वांगीण डेवलपमेंट के साथ में हम जिए।
Ji, ji. Anumesh Bhaiya, it's good that AICT has provided this opportunity. Let me share. AICT is a regulating body of technical university and institutions who initiated this. AICT has initiated 21-day SIP with an objective to facilitate smooth transition of these new joinees to a professional course from their own home and school environment to this college and university environments, which comes to them as a new ambience. So, for this webinar, for this 21 days SIP, which is now restricted to 10-day ESIP because of pandemic, but this comes as a sampler to all the colleges, to the universities, colleges, and the SIP coordinators who will be conducting it in their own institutions. So this is good that we have this exposure, we have this sample, so that whenever we go on conducting it in our own institutions, it becomes an ideal for us how to go about it, how to move about it. So we have two modes of participation. Umesh Bhaiya, hope you are there.
जी जी दीदी।
Ji. So we have two modes of participation. One is webinar and another is YouTube live. But when we say this is actually to ensure our participation in webinar, this webinar for which the participants will receive a link through email to make you join on Zoom. And this another mode is YouTube webinar, YouTube portal. So either of the mode you ensure your participation with, but important is that you shall get a link to ensure your participation by filling a pre-workshop survey and post-workshop survey. Besides, while participating in this live webinar, you can raise your hand being in the webinar or question, share your reflections, share your observations through chat. Attempting quizzes and assignments too are there to ensure your participation, for which link will be shared in the chat box.
हम लोग इस वेबिनार में जुड़े हुए हैं और इस वेबिनार से सारी बातों को हम समझ रहे हैं। हमारे पार्टिसिपेशन को इंश्योर करने के लिए दो तरीके से प्लेटफॉर्म्स है। एक तो जूम प्लेटफॉर्म है। जूम की अपनी लिमिटेशंस है। ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 1000 पार्टिसिपेंट्स उसमें बने रह सकते हैं और लगभग भारत से 30,000 लोगों ने रजिस्ट्रेशन किया है इस eSIP के लिए।
Such a big
जो
number.
हाँ दीदी, और जो दिन की शुरुआत में सबसे पहले ज्वाइन होंगे वो जूम को ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं, लेकिन उसके बाद में 1000 का कोटा जब जूम का कंप्लीट हो जाएगा तब आपको यूट्यूब लाइव से आप कनेक्ट हो सकते हैं eSIP के साथ में। चाहे हम जूम से कनेक्ट हो या यूट्यूब लाइव से भी कनेक्ट हो, लेकिन हमारे पार्टिसिपेशन को इंश्योर करने के लिए प्री सर्व वर्कशॉप सर्वे दिया गया है, उसे फिलअप करना है। क्वेश्चंस भी हम सेशंस के दरमियान भी पूछ सकते हैं, सेशंस के एंड में भी पूछ सकते हैं। जब भी हमारे मन में अगर कोई क्वेश्चन आए, तो अगर जूम में हम रहे तो वी कैन रेज योर हैंड एंड वी कैन पुट आवर क्वेश्चंस टू द चैट बॉक्स। उसी के साथ ही साथ कुछ रिफ्लेक्शंस भी आपको सेशंस के दरमियान पूछे जाएंगे, उस रिफ्लेक्शंस को भी आप चैट बॉक्स के थ्रू आंसर कर सकते हैं। आपका जो भी कमेंट है, ऑब्जर्वेशन है, उसे भी आप चैट में लिख सकते हैं। पूरे सेशंस के रिलेटेड क्विजेस भी होगी, और ये जो क्विज है, ये क्विज के लिए जो लाइन ओपन होगी वो दोपहर में 1 बजे अगले 15 मिनट के लिए लाइन ओपन रहेगी। और क्विज के लिए लिंक है वो आपको चैट बॉक्स में जूम के भी और यूट्यूब लाइव के चैट बॉक्स में दी जाएगी। उसी तरह से असाइनमेंट्स भी आपको डेली फिलअप करना है। असाइनमेंट्स की लिंक जो है वो दोपहर में 1:30 बजे खुलेगी आज, और वो कल सुबह 9:30 बजे तक खुली रहेगी। तो इतने समय में हम सभी को पार्टिसिपेंट्स को अपनी असाइनमेंट्स को रजिस्टर करवाना है।
G. Nicely clarified, Bhaiya, because this is very important for the audience or the participants to ensure their participation. Having clarity that in order to, register your participation, attempting the quizzes, attempting the assignments, and be alert about its opening time and closing time, in between making out time to fill these pre-workshop survey or quizzes or assignments is important, and it'll actually make you pretty lively in interacting with the organizers and taking care of your kids. And kids also, those who are there who are filling all these, will make them pretty aware about what exactly we are talking about. Ji
दीदी,
bhaiya.
बच्चे स्कूल्स और कॉलेजेस को पास आउट करते हुए हमारे इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस में एडमिशंस लेते हैं, और एक
Ji.
वो पारिवारिक माहौल, स्कूल का माहौल बिल्कुल अलग होता है। और वहाँ से प्रोफेशनल कॉलेजेस में एंट्री करने के बाद में एक अचानक से उन्हें नए माहौल में वो उनका एक्सपोजर हो जाता है। तो उनकी जो लैंडिंग है हमारे प्रोफेशनल कॉलेजेस में वो स्मूथ हो जाए, इसी को चलते हुए एआईसीटी ने 3 हफ्ते का ये मैंडेटरी स्टूडेंट इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम को ऑर्गेनाइज किया है। और इस साल पैंडेमिक के चलते हुए हम ये eSIP एक उदाहरण के रूप में यहाँ पर रख रहे हैं, ताकि इस eSIP से ट्रेंड होकर कॉलेज, जितने भी एआईसीटी एफिलेटेड कॉलेजेस है भारत भर में, वो जब भी उनके पास में फर्स्ट ईयर की क्लासेस शुरू होने से पहले इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम को अपने कॉलेज के लेवल पर चलाए। इस eSIP से रिलेटेड जो भी डिटेल्स है, जैसे कि इसकी हैंडबुक है, मॉड्यूल्स के डिस्क्रिप्शन है, ये सारा आपको एआईसीटी के पोर्टल पे मटेरियल मिलेगा, जहाँ से आप डाउनलोड भी कर सकते हैं।
Ji. Very right, Bhaiya, because this holds a very significant purpose to conduct or to attend student induction program in our institutions. So, basically, what exactly we are looking for through this induction program is to provide exposure to a holistic vision of life to our students. Means they should not be only constrained or restricted to the bookish odds and ends, bookish knowledge, but they should have a larger perspective towards life. They should have awareness, sensitivity, and understanding of their own self, their relationships and family, how they are related to society, and how society is related to them. Besides nation, international, and entire nature, how we are related to everything. So, besides, when we get into an institution, how to make bonds with peers, our seniors, faculty members, and staff members. Having healthy lifestyle, this is what we are looking for. Parents always are bothered about the health of the child, and child himself is pretty aware and alert about healthy lifestyle. So what exactly is healthy? This we are going to get as an exposure in this eSIP, And otherwise, offline, when we go on offline, that you get one-to-one interaction with your mentors, taking care of what are the healthy lifestyles, besides ethical professional discipline also. One more thing, which is very, very important, that it's how to pursue other interest areas other than engineering or this professional course which we have joined, like music, singing, painting, languages, etc., because they are there, innate in a child. If it gets an opportunity to bloom, actually it helps it become more creative and perform much, much better. Besides this, Sumesh Bhaiya, some issues are also there, which I am just looking into the chat box, that parents and the students are putting up their concerns. So these concerns are relevant, but they are not covered in eSIP, like talking about infrastructural facilities, hostel, mess, and future scope of the course, how to change the branch, change college from one to another, placement, companies, all they are very relevant. But we are talking about this left hand side. If we all are able to visualize the slide on our screens, that's what we are going to do in this SIP is on left hand side, while right hand side issues will be discussed or taken care later on by the institutions or the universities.
ये जो ESIP फोकस कर रहा है एक होलिस्टिक विजन को एक्सपोजर के रूप में उसको डेवलप करने के रूप में स्वयं से लेकर सारे अस्तित्व तक को समझकर उसमें अपने रोल को डिफाइन करने के रूप में दिख रहा है। लेकिन इसी के साथ ही साथ स्टूडेंट्स के लिए पर्टिकुलरली जब एडमिशन्स लेते हैं तो बहुत सारे कंसर्न्स के इशू होते हैं, जैसे कि हॉस्टल्स कब मिलेगा, मेस कैसी रहेगी, कॉलेज के एडमिशन्स कब शुरू होगी, क्लासेस कहाँ शुरू होगी, क्या मैं एक ब्रांच से दूसरे ब्रांच के ऊपर टर्न हो सकता हूँ, क्या मुझे दूसरे कॉलेज में जा सकता हूँ, क्या मेरी प्लेसमेंट क्या होगी, कंपनीज क्या मिलेगी, कितना पैकेजेस मिलेगा, और अभी पर्टिकुलरली पेंडेमिक सिचुएशंस में ये कॉलेजेस कब शुरू होगी। ये सारे तो बातें कंसर्न की है ही, लेकिन इन बातों के ऊपर इस ESIP में हम लोग आपको इंफॉर्मेशंस नहीं शेयर कर पाएंगे। इस सभी इंफॉर्मेशंस के लिए आप अपने कॉलेजेस या अपने यूनिवर्सिटी को कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं।
Ji Bhaiya, you are right. So, next aspect that actually bothers us or concerns us is how to participate in this online workshop. This is a pretty new platform due to this pandemic situation. So, Bhaiya, it's always pleasure watching a seed grow into a plant or a tree. So is a pleasure and satisfaction of understanding how a child is developing. What input is he getting, and whatever the input he's getting, is it conducive to our family and society? So it's important that we would request that kindly participate with all your family members. Please log in early, test your connection, and we are making it to keep your videos off so that we can conserve the bandwidth. Share your comments, pose your questions whenever you feel like, but please send us a chat message. Webinar participants may also raise hand. Moderators will pass the mic to them. So, but whenever we raise hand and put our queries, let us be mindful of timings, because it's a short workshop and the participants, as Bhaiya said, it's more than 30,000 participants have registered for this webinar. So it is important to take care of time and try to stay on the main screen where the content is displayed, presentation is said. On smartphone, you can swipe left, right till you see the shared screen. And please avoid staying on the chat or other screens during the presentation. So do participate in surveys, quizzes, and assignments, which will keep you pretty connected with this program.
ये सारा ESIP मेरे लिए एक उपकारी रहे, उपयोगी रहे, इसके लिए मैं सुबह के सेशंस में जल्दी से जल्दी लॉगिन कर सकता हूँ। जैसी ही मीटिंग ओपन हो जाए वैसी वीडियोस कहीं पर भी चलाई नहीं जाएगी, क्योंकि वीडियोस बहुत सारा बैंडविड्थ को कंजर्व करता है। ये पूरे ESIP के दरम्यान अगर हम मेन स्क्रीन के ऊपर, चाहे हम स्मार्टफोन से कनेक्ट हो रहे हो या लैपटॉप से कनेक्ट हो रहे हो, अगर हमारी नज़रें मेन स्क्रीन के ऊपर बनी रहेगी, हमारे कान क्या बता रहे, ये सारी बातों को हम सुनते अच्छी तरह से रहेंगे, तो जो हमारी पर्सनल डेवलपमेंट की बात हो रही है, उस डेवलपमेंट में हम अपनी भी पार्टिसिपेशंस को इंश्योर कर सकते हैं। साथ ही साथ सर्वेज है, क्विज है, असाइनमेंट्स है, उसको भी करना है ताकि हम वर्कशॉप से कनेक्टेड फील करते रहें। ये वर्कशॉप को अगर देखा जाए अब की बार तो जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स की लिस्ट अगर देखी जाए तो ये बहुत ही उत्साहवर्धक है कि ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स, पेरेंट्स, कुछ भाई, कुछ बहन, है ना, बच्चे हमारे, स्टूडेंट्स, और साथ ही साथ फैमिली, उनके जो फैमिली मेंबर्स है, फ्रेंड्स है, टीचर्स है, ये सारे कम्युनिटी के लोग, हमारे टीचिंग फैटर्निटी के लोग इससे जुड़े हैं।
जी भैया. And if parents participate, grandparents participate, it makes it more lively to see how my child is growing. What is he getting from the society or the educational institutions or through education? So the study material and assignments for students is available on the provided link that is displayed on your screen. So reading material for all the 9 modules, because SIP covers 9 modules, and you will get the entire material related to these modules on the link which is displayed on the screen. And besides this, other relevant SIP material too you will find on this.
प्री
As
वर्कशॉप सर्वे के लिए आपको लिंक शेयर की गई है आपके ईमेल के
G,
ऊपर, साथ ही साथ
G.
क्विजेस और असाइनमेंट्स और पोस्ट सर्वे की जो लिंक है वो आपको चार्ट के ऊपर शेयर की जाएगी। और जो लिंक दी गई है उस लिंक को क्लिक करते हुए आप इस eSIP से रिलेटेड जो भी रिलेवेंट मटेरियल है उस मटेरियल को डाउनलोड कर सकते हो।
Very true, very true. And you can find this screen, if you can visualize, this is the screen from AICT portal, which is meant for faculty members and students. You can find all this material for various programs, the manuals, even the faculty coordinators who have to conduct this, who have to organize this in their institutions when it gets offline. So the entire program module with how to go about it, all guidelines, they are available on this AICT portal.
ये
Yes,
पेंडेमिक
Bhaiya.
सिचुएशन हमें जीने के लिए नए तरीके सिखा रहे हैं, और उसी एक तरीका इस eSIP के रूप में भी अगर हम देख रहे हैं। अगर कोरोना नहीं होता तो हम एक दूसरे के साथ में फेस टू फेस मिलकर अपने कॉलेजेस में, अपने क्लासरूम में बैठकर हमारे टीचर्स के साथ में इंटरेक्शंस करते हुए ये जो स्टूडेंट इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम इसे चलाते होते हैं। लेकिन अभी सिचुएशन है, और इस सिचुएशंस के चलते जो भी स्टूडेंट्स इस eSIP को कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं, इसके थ्रू जाकर असाइनमेंट्स करेंगे, क्विजेस करेंगे, तो उनका जो कॉलेज है उस कॉलेज उनकी पार्शली अटेंडेंट को रजिस्टर करेगा इस पर्टिकुलर एकेडमिक प्रोग्राम के लिए। ये जो eSIP के लिए AICTE अपने एंड से कोई सर्टिफिकेट स्टूडेंट्स को प्रोवाइड नहीं कर रही है, लेकिन AICTE अगर कॉलेज चाहे तो स्टूडेंट्स का डाटा वो कॉलेज के साथ में जो यूनिवर्सिटी कोऑर्डिनेटर्स है उनके थ्रू ये शेयर कर सकती है।
Yes, Bhaiya, it's very important that if we are joining and attending this induction program, so this is like partial presence is considered. And if the college wishes, they can provide certificates to all the students, those who are participating in this program. And for this, the required information of the attendance of the participants will be provided through university coordinators to the concerned institutions. G, G.
इस
So here
वर्कशॉप
we
में जुड़े
have.
हुए लोगों की संख्या अगर देखी जाए तो पूर्व से लेकर पश्चिम तक, उत्तर से लेकर दक्षिण तक, भारत के विभिन्न राज्यों से स्टूडेंट्स, फैकल्टी मेंबर्स, एलुमनाई इस वर्कशॉप के लिए जुड़ चुके हैं। ये जो eSIP है, टोटल नंबर अगर देखा जाए तो दैट गोज 29,333, आउट ऑफ विच 5,575 are the faculty members and 21,278 are students, and we have 25 alumni also joined with us.
Okay, good. Bhaiya, would we display a video for the participants about giving them a glimpse of SIP? Are we going to present that video?
जी बिल्कुल करेंगे थोड़ी देर के बाद में।
Okay, so let me just introduce the AICT, All India Council for Technical Education. Today we have with us Professor Anil D. Sestipode, who is the chairperson of this organization. We have Vice Chairperson AICT, Mr. Professor MP Punyaji, he'll be there. Member Secretary AICT, Professor Rajiv Kumar is there. Deputy Director of Induction Program Cell AICTE, Dr. Neetu Bhagat too is there. Besides regional officers of AICTE and regional coordination of National Coordination Committee of Induction Program, they too are there with us today.
इन्हीं के साथ में अगर देखा जाए तो NCCIP के चेयरपर्सन डॉक्टर रजनीश अरोरा जी, NCCIP के कन्वीनर डॉक्टर शिशिर गौर जी, और साथ ही साथ NCCIP के मेंबर्स, प्रोफेसर विनय पाठक जी, प्रोफेसर एच.डी. चारण जी, प्रोफेसर करिसिप्पा जी, प्रोफेसर श्री राजुल अस्थाना जी, और इस तरीके से NCCIP के सारे मेंबर्स हम लोगों के साथ में इस eSIP के लिए जुड़े हैं, और इन सभी का मार्गदर्शन हमेशा हमें बना रहता है।
I hope, Bhaiya, all our AICT officials have joined this platform. Is it?
लेट मी चेक।
जी भैया।
राजुल जी भी हमें बता सकते हैं कि
सहस्त्रबुद्धे जी तो बहुत पहले से ज्वाइन करे हुए हैं हम लोग के साथ में।
अच्छा,
स्वागत है
ठीक है,
सहस्त्रबुद्धे
बढ़िया,
जी आपका। और
स्वागत है सर आपका।
AICT में जो विपिन जी हैं वो भी ज्वाइन करे हुए हैं, तो वेलकम विपिन जी ऑल्सो।
Yes, I can see Punya sir has also joined. He
And
too is
Punya ji is
there.
there. Yes,
Yes,
welcome.
yes.
Namaste Punya ji.
So, hence, we can just once again have conclude that this eSIP is one such sampler for universities and colleges, which will guide, which will make a view and vision clear about this purpose of student induction program. So, with gratitude, I feel honored to welcome all our AICT officials, and special privilege to have Professor Anil T. Sahasrabudhe as our chief guest, Chairman AICTE, Professor Punia ji. I would not repeat once again, but yes, I feel honored and full of gratitude towards every member of AICTE who has joined with us. So, may I have the honor and pleasure to call upon Chairman AICTE to address the participants who have joined from every nook and corner of the nation.
At the outset, I would like to thank the entire NCCIP team led by Dr. Rajneesh Arora ji, and we have with us today itself Dr. Upasana Mishra, Dr. Manishi Mishra, Dr. Rajul Asthana, Umesh Jadhav, Shishir Gaurji, and also Vice Chancellors, especially Dr. Phatak and Dr. Sharan, who come on almost all the functions. My own colleagues, Dr. Punia, Dr. Rajiv, Dr. Neetu Bhagat, all regional officers, faculty members, heads of the institutions, maybe principals, directors, some of the vice chancellors, and my dear students. This is a very exciting journey of AICTE, which we started off in 2017 based on various inputs that we were receiving from different stakeholders. One of the stakeholders are the students themselves. And students have a question in their mind all the time that after my graduation, first question is what package I will get. You know, that is the main question which every student when he joins the college or before joining. In this college, how many companies come for placement? I think that was a problem with almost all the students. And this is driven by the society. You know, whether it is parents or relatives, they will also ask the same question. After my son pays so much of fee, what will happen to him after his graduation? Will he be able to get a good job? So that was a concern that anyway was there and is continuing. But nevertheless, we need to move little bit away from all of that. Jobs and employment, employability is certainly important and necessary. For that, AICTE has taken several initiatives which will empower you, no doubt. But our vision, our in Hindi लक्ष्य जो है, वो लक्ष्य सिर्फ जॉब के लिए नहीं होना चाहिए, लेकिन मैं एक आदमी के रूप में, एक इंसान के रूप में, मैं कैसे इस एजुकेशन सिस्टम से बदल सकता हूं और मैं कैसे लोगों के लिए कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकता हूं. How do I contribute towards society, towards my people, my nation, the entire universe, globe, whether it is in terms of environment concerns that everyone has today, or in terms of various pollutions which are there, and therefore how do we take care of that? There are people who are below poverty line, how can we lift them up so that the last man, Antyodaya, they are also taken care of? I think these are the values which are to be inculcated. One is the awareness, there is a holistic vision for everyone in his life. Even if you get millions of dollars, will you only be happy with the dollars? Or would you like to see happiness all around, whether it is in nature, whether it is in terms of plants and trees and beautiful gardens and beautiful forests, as well as different types of animal world, not just human beings, but there are millions of species, how do we take care of them, and how, as a human being, our treatment to other human beings. Do I treat them equally? I think these are the questions which we should ask ourselves, introspect, and because this was not happening, unfortunately, over a period of time, we have degenerated, and we had to lift ourselves up as truly human beings. And that is where we came out with this formula called universal human values. These values are universal. They are same whether you are in Africa or America or Australia or India. We have to have same respect for each other, that is human beings, number one. Number two, whether you do it here or there, irrespective of the language spoken, the geographical location, irrespective of the culture, irrespective of what food they eat, dress they wear. I think these are certain formal universal values which we must imbibe into every citizen. And where do we start? In fact, we all agree, and many of these workshops when we conducted for our faculty members to train them, they all started saying that this is very good, but we should start from primary school. Certainly, yes. Why primary school? We have been saying that it should start from every family. Mother is the first teacher. So from mother, father, brother, sister, siblings, your other relatives, when you come into nursery teachers, your KG, upper KG, your primary school, higher school, all of that, and also the higher education, including technical education. And after coming out and getting into the job, these values should be carried forward. It is not that it's meant for only educational sector. When you get into a job, or if you start your own startup, entrepreneurial journey, I'm sure you have to treat your bosses in the same manner as if you are a boss to your employees. I think these values are constant, verifiable, and continue to be the same, provided we understand the spirit of happiness, that my happiness is connected with the happiness of others. And this was a reason why this Universal Human Values program was initiated, thanks to the 30 to 40 years of exercise which some of the institutions have done. And we must thank all of them, starting with IIT Delhi, IIT BHU. There was similar thing in UP Technological University, then now called Abdul Kalam Technological University, UP. We also had Rajasthan Technical University, Punjab Technical University, then Triple IT Hyderabad, IIT, different institutions experimented in different ways. And we decided that we must get the best from all of that and make a program which is universal for all the technical colleges in the country. And that's how the birth of this Universal Human Values course on one side, which is going to be at the higher level at third semester or so. But essentially, when the students join, all the doubts which are there in the minds of the students need to be dissolved. And that is how this student induction program of 3 weeks duration was brought in. A lot of elements. There are 9 different types of activities. One is universal human values itself, physical health, familiarization of the department. The doubts about the institute also are there. Therefore, that also is a part. Visit to the local area, maybe geographically important, historically important, maybe an industry, maybe some very exciting thing happens in that region. Once you join that college, you should know about the surroundings also. Maybe even visiting a village or even a slum. All of that is very, very important to get yourself aware of the realities, sensitivity, and not just IQ, which always people talk about, intelligence quotient, but emotional quotient development, social quotient being developed, spiritual quotient being developed. Will it all be possible to do it in the 3 weeks time? That is a seed which can be sown. Then there are proficiency modules, a lot of activities like literature. You can have different types of very good books to be read, to be understood, to be described. Kya ho gaya? I got muted probably. Yeah. Then we have creative practices. We have different types of, maybe today we talk about design thinking, innovation. So creative practices like design thinking and innovation formally may be difficult to teach, but once you have different types of art forms, music, dance, drama, painting, sculpting, all of this embedded into your program, while doing that, you train along with your right brain, left brain together, and in the process, creative thinking starts, and in the process, innovation starts beginning to happen in your minds. Design thinking happens. So the formal course in design thinking innovation can also be included, but all these activities which are creative practices, when you do it by hand, you experience a different level of understanding, and that brings in creative thinking. And then other activities, maybe Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, which we are advocating, one of the programs of AICTE. Similarly, Indian Knowledge Systems has been created in ministry, which is being driven from AICTE, where Bharatiya Dhyana Parampara is talked about, our ancient practices in terms of not only science and technology, mathematics, language like Sanskrit. We have 64 different art forms. I think unless we know all of that, we will not be inspired about our own ancient past. And we are carried away by the Macaulayan education system. And fortunately, the new national education policy has embedded all of this. So I was asked to talk about actually new education policy as well. So I will now drift myself from the UHV and SIP, which is being conducted in the E format. First time we also had the workshops in the E format. Now student induction program itself is also in the E format because the colleges have still not opened up everywhere. And that part, my colleagues, Dr. Punia and others will anyway speak about it. So I will now come back to the new education policy and what is there in store for all our students to get some out of this new education policy. The policy itself, which came after 34 years, has a lot of content which is similar to post-independence Radhakrishnan Commission report or 1968 policy, 86 policy, 92 revised policy. Some of the content is common. It's not that it's completely different, but many of these features which were there in the earlier policies were never implemented in the right spirit. This policy is focused on implementation, and that is the key feature of this. But there are many new additional features. So we will first talk about some of the common features which existed and the new features. The common features is right from beginning, there has been talk of giving autonomy to all our institutions. But post 70 years of our independence, still if you look at number of institutions who have got autonomy is not even 10%. We also said that quality is to be ensured through accreditation. Again, that number is around 10%. So I think we need to concentrate on what was stated, including the 3-language formula, and the teaching should happen in the mother tongue was being talked about, but there was no seriousness about it. So this policy has highlighted on both these aspects that there would be no affiliation system post about next 10 to 15 years. Of course, it cannot be done overnight. So all institutions which are existing, 40,000 odd affiliated colleges, 10,000 plus standalone institutions, and 1,000 universities. This is a very large scale educational system in the world, probably the second largest system in the whole world in terms of number of people who are associated, students, faculty, etc. But how do we transform this? Through this education policy, number of universities are to be brought down to about 1,500, 1,600, whatever, maybe 2,000. But in the process, all these affiliated colleges should dissolve. So there are only two possibilities. One of them is some of these affiliated colleges which have land and wherewithal should become universities in their own right and become first autonomous, then become degree awarding institutions. And wherever the institutions are very small, maybe they have got only 500 students, 1,000 students, this is not viable alternative because the fee you charge, you will not be able to maintain the entire institute in terms of faculty, their salaries, the classrooms, the laboratories, etc. And therefore, such 5, 6, 8, 10 institutions must coalesce, must join together, must collaborate. and become one entity on the lines of what has been already allowed for the government institutions under the MHRD's or UGC's scheme called RUSA. So that model will have to be innovated in order to capture the essence of that, and many private institutions may have to come together. And if the society or trust is anyway running by itself some 7-8 colleges, it is much more easier for them. But even if there are only 1 or 2 colleges of a trust, how 4 or 5 trusts can come together? I think this is one area which needs to be addressed. And this will give you one more very important thing, which is talked about in the policies: multidisciplinary and holistic education. If a college is only engineering college, you will have faculty of engineering, but you will not get the taste of other domains. For example, if someone is interested in music, someone is interested in dramatics or painting or philosophy or psychology or in pure physics, or maybe in terms of some law or medicine, you will not be able to take a course today because you are all having only one type of program that is undertaken. So when 5, 6 institutions can come together initially in a collaborative mode and then gradually probably merge together, and they become a university by themselves, and therefore degree awarding institutions as well as fully autonomous, away from any of the clutches of the regulatory bodies. So this is a very important thing. And this also indirectly will give holistic education, because education is not about only one field. In life outside, it comprises of everything. If you go into a job in an industry, you cannot say I am a mechanical engineer or an electronics engineer, I know only that. You need to have an arrangement of working together with people of other domains, and a brief introduction of that is, awareness of that is very important. And this policy gives that emphasis of multidisciplinary institutions. So how do we innovate is one of the challenges which AICTE through its various committees, webinars, we have come to certain conclusions, which we will be giving it to the ministry. In turn, implementation strategy and plan will happen. The next important thing is exit and entry. This was never existing. A person, when he joins into a particular educational program and he finds that he came there because of the pressure of the parents or friends or someone like that, and he wants to move on to a different domain. Today, whatever he spent 1 year, 2 years was going waste, and he had to restart again from the scratch. So this policy allows capturing those credits and banking of those credits, keeping into your account and making use of those credits in another domain as and when required. As well as if someone wants to exit and doesn't want to continue education and get into a job or some entrepreneurial activity, he will get some certificate or diploma or advanced diploma or a normal degree once someone is going out within the 3 or 4 years program, which is being designed for all undergraduate programs. So you can get a certificate and become some useful candidate for the society, yourself, your family. That is one part. And because of compulsions of some nature, where in the family there is a tragedy and therefore you cannot afford to pay the fees and you have quit, you want to come back after doing job for a couple of years, there was no provision. Again, you had to start from the scratch. I give an example of that snake and ladder game, सांप सीढ़ी का खेल जो होता है. You rise and then suddenly सांप का मुंह आ जाता है, the snake head comes in and you are brought down to the ground. I think that was what was happening in our education system. So the new education policy allows you to bank those credits, keep those credits in your account, come back when you are comfortable, and then continue your journey of education. I think this is a very, very fundamental and important thing. And therefore, how do we standardize the credits? How different universities and colleges will accept the courses done by one university to another university? And some way, this kind of scheme already started with what we said, both UGC and AICTE having formulated a regulation for allowing 20% of the credits to be taken from SWAYAM. SWAYAM is a national indigenously developed portal. AICTE and Microsoft jointly did it 3 years back. We didn't know that pandemic will occur, but we were fully geared up. There are more than 2,500 courses in different domains, and a student can take course from any other institution where it is offered under SWAYAM, and then also transfer it to the transcript of your own institution. I think this was empowerment which was done by the government ministry by spending a lot of money to develop these MOOC courses. And today it has come in handy. Even if your college is not running, if you want to learn from the best faculty in that domain, one can go there and take it. I think this is the basis on which credit transfer was already happening. Choice-based credit system was already in place. The pandemic has accelerated the process. In startup ecosystem, we call one is incubator and the other is accelerator. And this pandemic has given us an acceleration mode for transfer of credits, signing of MOUs between institutions, and becoming more and more innovative in our approach towards teaching learning processes. We have a support for research has been always talked about. And therefore, there were several agencies like DST, DBT, AICTE, UGC, BRNS, ISRO, all of them were funding projects, but the kitty being limited, the amount being sanctioned used to be small. And therefore, a very large scale project where a lot of research is required to be done, where you require huge equipment, infrastructure, money was not enough, and therefore, whatever money was given was also not put to best use. So now today in the new policy, there is a formation of National Research Foundation, and this foundation will be headed by none other than the scientific advisor to the Prime Minister, Government of India itself. And therefore, large scale funding in all domains, right from science and technology to humanities and social sciences is possible. So my dear friends, students, you have several opportunities through this policy. We also talk about equity and inclusion right from beginning. But now it is expanded. We say that at least our population being young, demographic dividend, if we want to enjoy, we need to do two things. One of them is increase the gross enrollment ratio in higher education from the present 26-27% to at least about 50% in the next 10 years. How do we do it? If we have to do that, one is having opening of new colleges and universities, which is very expensive, both in terms of creating infrastructure, procurement of land and all that. And on the other hand, since the technology enablement has happened, whatever courses are possible to be delivered in the online mode or open and distance learning mode, if we start using that, reaching the target of 50% gross enrollment ratio is not going to be difficult. It will be certainly possible thanks to the technology enablement. And not only SWAYAM, each university or college can have their own cell where they can develop their own courses and offer them to the candidates who are sitting at remote places. Maybe a student is in Nagaland's remote village or Mizoram or in Jammu Kashmir or in Jharkhand or in Tamil Nadu or Maharashtra, wherever it is, a student will have access to education. For that, government is already seized of the matter of increasing the reach of the internet, the fiber optic line reaching to every nook and corner through BharatNet, and also the bandwidth being increased. The present bandwidth many times creates problems even in larger cities like Delhi or Mumbai. So the ensurement of quality internet bandwidth availability all the time for everyone is the next target of the government. Anyway, that is being done. This will provide access and equity, but because large scale use of technology is possible, the expenditure is in the beginning maybe a little high. That is a infrastructural expenditure in terms of creating servers and creating the courses, but subsequently the cost will come down, and therefore education can become affordable. You can have the accountability also embedded into it through the regulatory process which the government is talking about. Then comes the higher education, where we are talking about foreign universities opening their campuses here and our best institutions opening campuses abroad. This give and take, getting the best from the rest of the world to our country, the top 100 universities of the world, global ranked universities setting up their, the campuses in India in collaboration or independently will provide the best education, which otherwise our students were going abroad for even undergraduate education. Forget about postgraduate and PhD and postdoc. Undergraduate education also students were going, and it was a drain on our exchequer, and we were exporting students, and that has to stop. And if the universities open the campuses here, they can learn here at a much lower cost. Secondly, the money will remain here. Our professors will be there to a maximum extent. Some of them will be from abroad. And their best practices, our universities will learn. So it is a win-win situation. Our universities also can go out and create their university campuses abroad. The next important thing the policy talks about is about the energized faculty, motivated faculty, inspired faculty. And this is a very important thing. Quite often, whenever students make fun of the faculty members, we all faculty members feel sad about it. Partly, the people who came into the system might have come at one time because they did not get a job. But there are people who passionately have come giving up well lucrative jobs of not only Indian companies, but even a lot of best foreign companies where millions of dollars were offered to them. They threw it and then they came for teaching profession. We have a mix of both variety of teachers. But how do we engage with these teachers to make them inspired and motivated? And having come into this profession, we will have to deal with this. This is now my profession. I will have to do my best. And to inculcate this, there are two important things which we have done is a mandatory faculty certification program of 8 modules created by a committee headed by Professor Khincha. Subsequently, knitters have created all the 8 modules in terms of what is known as MOOC courses. These are all available. Everyone has to do it. All teachers, when they go through this grill, I'm sure their perspective changes. And this particular program itself of that of universal human values and the training of faculty in the student induction program in the last couple of years has produced more than about 20,000 faculty members who are trained in this. And they have all become sort of mentors, advisors, guides, counselors in the times of crisis. They are all absolutely motivated, inspired. They have realized what is the role of a teacher. I think the role of teacher is to bring out what is already there in that every individual student, but getting the excellence out of them. That is what Swami Vivekananda had said. Every human being is divine. He has some inherent potential. How do we bring out that potential? And that was the role of teacher. Some of our teachers had forgotten, or some जो हिंदी में बोलते हैं धूल चढ़ गई थी, our body had rusted, and this student induction program and universal human values program driven by Professor Arora ji and his entire team of NCC IP has removed that rust, removed that dhool, and now we are refreshed. And I'm sure all these faculty will further inspire and motivate other faculty members in their respective institutions. Thereby, the entire higher technical education will get transformed, will get changed. Our students will feel friendly with the teachers. Otherwise, in the Gurukul Parampara or in the Nalanda Takshila period, teacher and students used to have a fantastic dialogue. The students were never afraid of asking questions. But today, in the last 70 years, we have come to a stage that teacher does not allow students to ask questions because sometimes teacher does not know the answer. And sometimes students are also afraid because their grades may be affected if I ask some very difficult questions. I think this has to be broken. And this induction program has created that bonhomie friendship between the teacher and the student. We don't feel that we are different. Both are learners. We should understand that teacher is also a learner. He is also a lifelong learner. And unless teacher becomes a lifelong learner, students cannot be told to be lifelong learners. And that is where our other program, Atal Innovation, as well as Atal, the programs under AI, IoT, machine learning, which we are creating for faculty members, and the NEET platform which we have created is helping students and faculty members to understand the latest technologies and how do they use those technologies. But at the same time, remember the core value, that is ethics, value, and the honesty, integrity, which we learn through this universal human values and student induction program has to be continued all through. And that is where capable faculty are going to be created. Then comes a very important aspect. When you always talk about employability, skill is an important thing. And therefore, skilling in the new education policy is starting at the age of around 9-10 itself. That means after the class 6th, the present class 6th, or in the new system, which is 5+3+3+4, that is after the 11 years. That means you will have lots of skills till you get out of 12th standard and get into higher education system. At least in 2 to 3 skill sets, a student would have been well versed, whether it is in computer programming skills, maybe AI skills, maybe machine learning skill, maybe it is even possibly welding, electronics technician, brazing, all of these skill sets which are important. Hardware, software, both variety of skill sets are going to be offered for students while they are still in the high school. And by the time they come to 12th standard, they will have the value for the skill. That means dignity of labor is established on one side. And on the other side, the students will be capable of understanding the concept through the actual hands-on work. And that's why when they come into the higher education system, every theory course which they learn, they will understand how it is related, where it has to be used. And our examination reforms policy is also talking about not rote learning, but higher value of learning or higher echelons of learning through Bloom's taxonomy of understanding, application, analysis, synthesis, creativity. All of that, when it becomes part of the curriculum, I'm sure that very well skilled manpower is created who can not only be highly employable, not only in India, but all over the world, because the world will require India. Ours is a demographically advantageous country with high population below the age of 20, 25, 26. And this is the young population which can go to the nooks and corners of the world and provide services and products for the entire globe. And that is where innovation also has its own value. So the policy also talks about innovation. Then comes the governance, which is very important. Many institutions, especially private institutions, always script that regulatory bodies keep coming for inspection, and there are lots of practices which they sometimes feel offended. They say that there are some corrupt practices. Thankfully, during the Corona times, AICTE innovated and started using the technology platform of Microsoft team, and in the process, everything is absolutely transparent. Now there cannot be any one single incident of possibility of corruption, which was already weeded out to a great extent, but even if small places here and there was existing, that is taken care of, because there is not going to be any physical inspection, physical contact between the institution heads and the institution faculty and the experts. Everyone will come in contact on the platform of Microsoft team, and they are all video recorded. Therefore, what sentence who has used is available with us. So no complaint will continue to be there. So my dear students, the transformation that is happening in the national new education policy and through the mechanism of that is so vibrant that there are spin-off benefits of variety of things, including graded accreditation, graded autonomy to the institutions, which I have already talked about, curbing of commercialization. If some institution is not telling truth and giving fake information, under the new governance and regulation of Higher Education Commission of India, lethal action can be taken against such institutions. So there is a fear amongst the institutions that they have to be transparent, they have to be honest, they have to provide not fake information, but the correct and right information. So it is in a way, Right to Information Act being enlarged its scope in terms of more validity for data which is being provided by them. I already talked about Indian knowledge systems, but more importantly, the initial education to be in the mother tongue has been emphasized now, and even degree in engineering, degree in medical sciences, law can also be done in local languages of your own mother tongue. I think this is a great empowerment, and for this, all our SWAYAM courses are being translated one by one into 8 languages in the beginning, and subsequently the plan is to extend it to 10, 12, and all 22 constitutionally recognized Indian languages. Thereby, your degree can be earned in your own language. And in the process, you become inspired by your own literature, which otherwise we were not reading. The wonderful literature in our Indian languages, we become part of that. There is a National Educational Technology Forum, which will talk about how ODL education or online education has to be handled. And once all of this is put in place, our system of education, when implemented seriously in the next 1 or 2 years, it will start off being rolled in all seriousness, and the results will be visible in about 5 years' time, and in about 10 to 15 years' time, we would probably the best education system in the world, similar to the one which we inherited long ago, 7,000, 8,000 years ago, in the form of Gurukula, in terms of maybe 3,000 years ago in Takshila, and subsequently Nalanda, Vikramshila, and so on and so forth. Whatever we were doing, and therefore students were coming from all over the world to India. In another 15 years' time, the whole world, like today, people want to go to United States or Germany or Australia, whole world will start coming to India, and we will become once again Vishwaguru through our own commitment, passion, which we have to all drive. And young students who are just now in the first year, this program is the seed which is sown in your minds. Please take it seriously. We have a rich heritage. If you start studying your normal course, along with that, our own ancient traditional knowledge systems, I'm sure you are the ones who will create that new India, which will make Bharat the Atmanirbhar Bharat on one side, and also provide every part of the world through our concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam and Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Let whole world be happy. Let whole world be one family. Now today United Nations talks about it, Sustainable Development Goals. All of that is in our system. Why can't we reinvent that and make use of it in our, especially our own systems, and make ourselves proud to be Indians? Thank you. Namaskar. Dhanyavad.
Thank you so much, sir. May I request you to kindly make your camera on so that the audience which are connected with us right now, let me just share with you. It is approximately 12,000 participants are there on YouTube, while I can see 1,072 are there on this Zoom. So thank you for all your inspirational word, informative session, because it is true that the life without a goal is like a life without a finish line. So the overall objective of education is to enable every child to live in harmony within the self, family, society, and nature. And this entire new education policy that you have talked of, or this SIP program, or the various kind of initiatives that AICTE has taken, is to bring about that all-round development of the child. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for being there with us and sharing such an enlightening words with us. Thank you, sir.
I'm still not able to open my camera. I don't know.
I think I could open, so I thought you too might be able to open it. Because people wanted to see who is the speaker and whom are we listening to. So this is our chairperson of AICTE, All India Council for Technical Education, with us. Now I would like to take this opportunity to call Vice Chairperson of AICTE, Professor MP Punia sir, to come and enlighten us, all the participants, those who are connected on YouTube or on Zoom. Welcome, sir.
Good morning. Thank you. Respected Professor Anil Shastrabudhe sir, Professor Rajni Sarodaji, Sisir Gaur, Professor Vinay Pathak ji, Professor H.D. Charan sir, Professor Rajiv ji, Rajul ji, Upasana ji, Neetu, all the participants who are connected, and it is being said some thousands of participants are there. They are connected through YouTube.
Now I've got it.
First of all, sir, Honorable Chairman, sir, in 16-17 minutes, the 62 pages of our new education policy, the way you have presented this one, it's amazing. I think starting from the dream of the country about the strengths and in what way it will be fulfilled, and how new India will be coming in time to come, will be achieving new heights. Everything you have presented in a very lucid manner. It's amazing, sir. Hope many of the participants, the students who are connected with us, they'll be taking the benefit of this one. At this particular juncture, I'll be congratulating Professor Rajni Sarodaji for taking this initiative and helping AICTE. Whatever dream in new education policy it is there, it is your sport of your team, sir, the way it is working, and basically for inculcating the values into our students, the making our education system more conducive and more useful for the betterment of not only for our country, for whole of the world. The main dream of this new education policy, as Professor Anil Shastrabudhe sir was saying, that is we should have type of students who are having very, very special values, and they should know what is the target of their life, in what way they should dream, and how they should be able to contribute for the betterment of all world. It is not only package. The sole gist of your presentation was, sir, that package is not only important. Package may be important, but it is not that important. That first question which students are asking from the teachers, and they are asking about the packages. That's very, very, very serious issue, in fact. And many of those dimensions, it has been added into our new education policy. And related to this one, many initiatives AICTE has already taken up under your dynamic, under your sparkling leadership. In 2014, the topic which has been given to me, sir, it is about AICTE initiatives. One is what new education policy is saying, that you have presented, sir. It has, everything is reflected in your talk. And the topic which has been given to me, that what AICTE has taken initiatives, particularly for quality education in the country. In 2014, Government of India, because many suggestions were coming to Government of India, that shape and situation of this new education, it has to be changed, and particularly technical education. So in 2014, former Secretary of MHRD, he has been given assignment that what should be the future of technical education in the country, in what way AICTE should perform. So under that assignment, Dr. Kao, he has submitted his report in 2015, and that document has been given to AICTE, that this shall be the path of our technical education system in the country. And on the basis of that document, when you have joined in 2015, more or less that time this document has come. And the starting which it has been done probably in 2016-17, that is some 10 major initiatives which were suggested in the Cow committee report, and the implementation responsibility, it was given to you, and the way you have taken the initiatives, probably now our friends are much more confident as compared to which we had in 2015. That is our achievement, in fact. And foremost suggestion in that document was that students should be competent enough. Their competencies should be in such a way that they should be able to deliver for the betterment of whole society. आपने जो सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट की बात की, जिस डेवलपमेंट में ये कहा जाता है कि द सोसाइटी शुड ग्रो, देयर हैज टू बी हार्मनी इन द सोसाइटी, इकोनॉमी ऑफ द कंट्री शुड ग्रो, and same time the environment should be enriched. So betterment of the environment, betterment of the economy, as well as harmony in the society. That's the main objective of, in fact, sustainable development. And on the basis of that one, the initiative which we have taken and the suggestion which has been given by CAW, that was mainly related to our curriculum, because curriculum will provide that how society can become happy, how environment can be strengthened, and how economy of the country can grow. If our students will be confident, if their technical know-how will be stronger, then certainly they'll be able to contribute in our GDP growth. So certainly economy will be growing. If the mindset of these friends, if it will be meant for exploring themselves, for connecting their whole family with the outcomes of the education, and making happy this whole society, as well as strengthening the environment, everything, if it can be inculcated into our curriculum, I think the development of the students will be better. So your first initiative for the country, for the technical education, it was basically for revamping the whole curriculum, and which is mainly based on the sustainable development. The components which has been added into our curriculum, it was basically enhancing the skills of the students, enhancing the thinking that what exactly they are supposed to do and how they'll be doing this one. Supposed to do means the dreams, and particularly making themselves happy, making whole society happy. That should be the dream. That what we should do means to make everyone happy. That type of harmony, it has to be created. So major component of our new curriculum was, first of all, understanding of the students, that in what way they can contribute for the betterment of the society, and for that purpose how the learning will be, what should be the content in this curriculum. You reduce the load on the students. Many of the industries were blaming that many of the contents which are available in our curriculum, they are outdated, there is no use of those subjects. So as per your directions, those contents which are not needed, which were creating unnecessary pressure on the students, those subjects, it has been removed. Earlier, the number of credits which were in curriculum, those were 120. Now it is only 160. So lot of scope it has been created for the students by reducing that pressure, so that they can do something new. Their creativity, their ability to think, their ability to plan, their ability to deliver, if those sort of dimensions can be added, that sort of help can be done for the student, then certainly the output of the students will be better. So in our curriculum, the load, it has been reduced, the thinking process, the understanding process of the students, it has been changed. Even hands-on abilities of the students, by putting this intensive mandatory, that part it has been kept into this one. And major initiative which has been taken, that is about this induction program. When students are entering from schools to colleges, new environment is there, how they can mold themselves into that new environment, how they can understand that what is the purpose of education, why I'm in higher education, what I'll be able to do after 4 years, what will be my responsibilities, in what way I'll be contributing for my families, this progress for progress of whole community and progress of whole world, how I can make happy to whole this world, how can I can change the world. So those sort of components, it has to be it has been added into curriculum. And then the innovative thinking, the new ideas of the students, how that condition environment can be available into our technical institutes, so that they can do something better, not only the inside the class teaching, even outside the class, how they can think differently and how they can contribute their potential for the betterment of whole world. So in that case, the innovative ideas which students were having, for grooming those innovative ideas, according to those new initiatives, we have provided new path for innovation. New innovation cell, it has been created with the help of MHRD in AICTE, who were mentoring, in fact, to the students, who are nurturing the students in such a way that they can do something different in a different way, and which should be aligned with the needs of the society. So though that sort of environment, it has been created into our curriculum. So induction program, the innovative skills of the students, enhancing those skills. And in new education policy, intensive policy means better intensive policy for improving their hands-on capabilities of the students. So those were the major initiatives which are available in our new curriculum, as well as how the outcomes of those education can be measured effectively. It is not important what students are learning. It is not important in what way students are learning. Important is what they are able to do on the basis of the learning which they had, the processes of learning which it has been followed, how they are delivering them, how they are utilizing those components of education which they have learned. So whole sort of curriculum we have changed, sir. The assessment system through new examination policy, it has been changed. We are now not interested to ask from the students that how many wheels our car is having. We are not asking those questions. We are imparting training to teachers that don't set those type of question papers where mugging is foremost. We are saying mugging is not important. Everything is available on Google in the books. It is important that whatever knowledge students are having, how this knowledge can be utilized. So whole examination policy, it has been changed. And now in our question papers, we are saying don't ask how many wheels car is having. Our teachers will be asking that there are 4 wheels in the car. Why 4 wheel? Why not 3? The comprehension component, the application of the knowledge, the creativity, the thinking abilities, the evaluation part, like this one, the higher end of learning, improving the cognitive skills of the students, that sort of dimension into our assessment system, it has been added into this one. But everything is be guided, it will be taught by the teachers. It may be our new curriculum, it may be our internship, it may be our induction program, it may be our assessment system, even in innovation, everything will be coming through the confidence of the teachers. So teachers should be strong, they should be confident enough, they should be empowered, in fact. So major initiative which AICTE has taken with change in curriculum, the confidence building of the teachers, the responsibility of the teachers. So mandatory teachers training policy, it has been designed, it has been developed, and probably it is first in the world in structured form. It is not just like B.Ed program, so 1 year B.Ed program. It is not just like say 15 days induction program like this one. It is continuously 1 year rigorous training where some component of education is there, some component of pedagogical skills are there, how instruction planning it should be, how it has to be delivered into the class, how assessment of the students it has to be done, what is the role of the teacher, what expectation of the society from teachers are having, how they should the assessment, how they should do some useful research, how they should be able to do some useful innovation for the betterment of the students, and finally for the betterment of society. So this is one part of our teachers training policy. Another one, after understanding the pedagogical abilities, they should be they should go into the industries, particularly enhancing their skills, because new teachers who are entering into our teaching system, they are having just MTech degrees. In MTech degrees, it has been taught about there's some education component or some part of the skills also, but how teaching it has to be done and how that skills can become foremost while we are imparting training to our teachers. So for enhancing the skills of the teachers into their core areas, the teachers are going into the industries. It is internship of the teachers. First time probably in the world, teachers are going into the industries mandatory for 1 month, and they are taking training related to that subject which they are supposed to teach for 1 month continuously into the industries. So 6 months for 8 modules of pedagogical skill, then their own skilling, and finally when they are coming back into the institutes for the purpose of teaching, they'll be teaching inside the classes, but inside the class with the student, one senior most professor who is competent enough in assessing the abilities of teaching of that teacher. He'll be sitting in his class and he'll tell that these are the shortcomings, now you please improve this one. So all these 3 components of pedagogy, the 8 modules, the one month internship, and actual teaching which teacher is doing inside the classes, everything it is being assessed. And if all 3 components, in all 3 components, if teacher is getting success, then it is certified by AICTE that now this particular teacher is a successful teacher, and now he's authorized to teach our technical education students. So it's a wonderful initiative. And during last 6-7 months, around 50,000 teachers are taking benefit of this one. It's a huge number. Out of 6 lakhs teachers, every year around 30-40,000 new teachers are joining this teaching profession. Majority of those teachers are taking benefit of this scheme. Even some of the teachers who are having less than 5 years teaching experience, they are also being imparted training on this one. For innovation purposes, special cell it has been created. Many of the hackathons in the country, it has been started. Not only national level hackathons, even international level hackathons it has been organized. So our country is becoming example for whole world in the area of innovation. Many of the countries now, they are requesting that you please allow our students also in these hackathon. For promoting startups in the country, we are having startup policy 2016. We are giving financial help to those students who are having new ideas, some innovative ideas, which can be converted into some entrepreneurship. Up to 10 lakh rupees, that support we are giving to those students. Even any student who is having good idea related to our Indian conditions about their product, and if they are migrating to other countries, we are providing platform to them in the form of connecting them with external universities, outside India universities. Teachers also can go outside for their higher education under quality improvement program. So many openings for the institutes, for the teachers, it has been created, and most of the benefit which can be extended to the students, that type of environment it has been created, sir. Indian knowledge system, as you said, it is part of new education policy. New education policy has come in 2020, but according to your vision, this Indian knowledge system, one particular subject related to Bharatiya Vidyasar, we have incorporated into our model curriculum. So more or less, whatever it is being said in new education policy, 99%, I'm saying, sir, with confidence, 99%. Already we have started those initiatives, which is the dream of the new education policy. And that's why AICTE is far ahead as far as implementation of new education policy is concerned. Component of universal human values, which is being said in new education policy, holistic development of students, holistic education, it has to be. मानवीय मूल्यों पे आधारित education होनी चाहिए. एक बच्चे को ये समझ होनी चाहिए कि मेरे को जीवन में क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, मेरी उपयोगिता समाज में कैसे हो सकती है। ये कंपोनेंट हमने यूनिवर्सल ह्यूमन वैल्यूज के सब्जेक्ट के रूप में पहले से ही करिकुलम का पार्ट बना दिया है। इवन उसके 3 स्टेजेस तक, 3 लेवल तक हम उसको लेके जा रहे हैं। इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम, यूनिवर्सल ह्यूमन वैल्यूज का अगला सब्जेक्ट और तीसरा सब्जेक्ट, 3 स्टेजेस में। और भारतीय जीवन सार जो है, विद्या सार, हमने जो है उसको कनेक्ट किया है। सो मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द इनिशिएटिव्स व्हिच यू स्पोक अबाउट न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी सर, it is in our whole AICTE education system already. It is part of this one, making this one successful. Again, I'll be extending my sincere thanks to Rajul Asthana ji, Rajni Arora ji, Sisir God, who are working day and night. You said some 30,000 teachers related to implementing induction program, related to teaching of universal human values, making that our this curriculum effective. Huge support we are getting. Parallel to this one, the online programs which are being conducted by NCC IP. Parallel to this one, related to emerging areas, separate Atal academies we have opened up, so that not the conventional subjects, even the emerging areas, artificial intelligence, data sciences, cyber security, machine learning, deep learning, AR, VR, how it has to be taught to the students, so that our students can prove everywhere in the world as per the demands of the time. So under these Atal academies in the emerging areas, around 1.5 lakhs teachers, we are dreaming that up to the end of this March 2021, we'll be having those type of teachers. And not only for higher education, many of the teachers, as per new education policy, in school education, the component of artificial intelligence, robotics, it is there. So we are imparting training to school teachers also. So we are connecting schools, we are connecting higher education, and we are connecting industries also. So that sort of environment, it has been created. Probably, sir, the products which will be having will be far better. And why whole world is looking towards us? In the age group of 18 to 23, whole world is having around 90 crores boys and girls in age group of 18 to 23. Out of those 90 crores, in India we are having more than 25 crores. पूरा विश्व हमारी तरफ इसलिए देख रहा है कि हमारी जो young population है, it is very large in number, 25 crores in the age group of 18 to 23. And who will be the future leaders of the world? Their education, their grooming, it has to be conducive for whole world. And that's why whole world is looking towards us, that new education policy which India has brought. Certainly the products which will be there, it will be of a great use for everyone. Out of those 25 crores, our serious concern of government of India is, out of those 25 crores, 5 crore children which we are having in the country in the age group of 18 to 23, they are in the category of NEET. When I'm saying NEET, they are, meaning of NEET is they are not having even education, even employability, or even training skills into that one. So neither education nor employability nor training they are having. Our target through this new education policy is basically everyone who is willing to enter into higher education, he should have that possibility, that type of environment it has to be. So probably next 10 years, this NEET component will also become zero. That's our dream. Thank you very much, Rajni Arora ji, for giving opportunity to AICTE and helping AICTE. Best wishes to every participant, even many of the parents are connected with us. We ensure all the parents also that your children will be something very special after 5 years when they'll be in our environment, the environment which we people are creating, the environment which we people are dreaming. Thank you very much. Best wishes.
Thank you so much, sir. Whatever the background of learning is acquired by the child, and when he gets into this professional course, now all the initiatives that you have exposed to us, which really facilitate the target, which that goal that the child wants to aspire for, these are all the initiatives are really very fruitful, and they are going to shape the child for the future, and he'll prove to be a nation builder. Thank you so much, sir. May I request you once again to kindly open your video so that we all can see you live.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Now my video is getting opened. Thank you. Namaste. Namaste to everyone.
Ji, namaste, sir. Namaste.
Namaste, Chairman sir. Namaste, sir.
So this is because the way both our mentors have exposed about this student induction program. So I think Umesh Bhaiya, let us talk about this student induction program in a little detail so that we can share about what this induction program is and the various aspects of personality that it touches or takes care of, from health, education, or creativity, and appreciating the cultural pursuit as well. So
दीदी,
Umesh,
मैं भी वही सोच रहा था, और मुझे
जी
लगता है कि ये सब कुछ स्टूडेंट इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम को देखने के लिए एक छोटा सा वीडियो है। तो
जी
अभी हम एक छोटा सा वीडियो 1 मिनट 50 सेकंड्स का देख लेते हैं, और उसके बाद में स्टूडेंट इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम्स के जो आउटलाइंस है, पूरी जो 10 दिन क्या शेड्यूल रहेगा, उसके लेकर चर्चा करेंगे, और उसके बाद में फिर AICTE के बाकी ऑफिशियल से हम मार्गदर्शन देंगे। क्या ये ठीक रहेगा?
पहले सहस्त्रबुद्धे जी और पुनिया जी को दिखा दें।
दिख
जी।
रहे हैं, बिल्कुल देखो देखो दिख रहे दिख रहे हैं।
हाँ, अभी दिख रहे हैं।
चलो साहब, थैंक यू।
हाँ, सहस्त्रबुद्धे जी, आप भी लेट अस हैव अ फ्यू वर्ड्स फ्रॉम यू।
हाँ, आई एम अनिल सहस्त्रबुद्धे। मैं अनिल सहस्त्रबुद्धे यहाँ AICTE ऑफिस में बैठा हुआ हूँ। नमस्कार।
नमस्कार, दिस इज नाइस। ओके, नाउ फिर हम लोग थोड़ा वो वीडियो देख लेते हैं।
जी सर।
जी।
Yeah, it presents whole lot of variety of activities and programs that actually will shape the future of our nation. I think it will get it very smooth for the students when they get into the new campus, how to go about getting acquainted with various departmental things, activities and all, which will make him a little comfortable about deciding about his own goals, desires, how to go about them, how to fulfill them, get all lot of information about the department, institution. Other than this, the whole exposure to the surroundings as well. जी उमेश भैया।
जी, ये पूरे eSIP का वीडियोस अगर देखा तो उससे ये दिखाई दे रहा है कि उसमें यूनिवर्सल ह्यूमन वैल्यूज के कंपोनेंट रहेंगे, जिससे एक होलिस्टिक पर्सपेक्टिव्स लाइफ के बारे में हम डेवलप कर सकते हैं। सुबह के सेशन शुरू हो जाएंगे 7:30 बजे से, जहाँ पर हम योगा करेंगे, शरीर के स्वास्थ्य के लिए ध्यान करेंगे, और उसी से रिलेटेड जो कुछ एक्टिविटीज है उसके सारे इंफॉर्मेशन है वो भी आफ्टरनून में चलती रहेंगी। हम इस SIP के थ्रू हमारी जो डिपार्टमेंट है, ब्रांच है, उसमें जो इनोवेशन है उसके साथ भी हमारा इंट्रोडक्शन हो सकता है। साथ ही साथ लोकल एरियाज जो है, द प्लेस ऑफ टूरिस्ट इंटरेस्ट या कोई सोशल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हो या फिर हॉस्पिटल्स हो, हम उसे भी विजिट करेंगे। इमिनेंट पर्सनैलिटीज़ के द्वारा व्याख्यानों को सुनने का भी एक अपॉर्चुनिटी इस SIP में बना रहेगा। प्रोफिशिएंसी मॉड्यूल है, साहित्य के बारे में चर्चा होगी। जो पुराना हमारा साहित्य है, ट्रेडिशनल जो हमारी एक्टिविटीज़ बनी रही है, लिटरेरी एक्टिविटीज़, उसको आज के दुनिया से जोड़कर हम उससे क्या सीख पाएंगे, ये सारी चीज़ें। साथ ही साथ क्रिएटिव प्रैक्टिसेस भी है, को करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज़ भी है। ये पूरा अगर शेड्यूल अगर देखा जाए, जो कल से हमारे जो सेशन शुरू हो जाएंगे और ये पूरा जो eSIP का, तो मुझे तो लगता है कि ये इससे बढ़िया दिवाली की मैं कामना नहीं कर सकता था ना। भारत भर के सारे लोग एक दूसरे के साथ में जुड़े हुए 12-13 हजार लोग आत्मीयता से, एक अपनेपन से, स्वयं के स्वास्थ्य से लेकर मानसिक स्वास्थ्य और जितने भी जिंदगी से जुड़ी हुई इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें हैं, ताकि हमारे जो स्टूडेंट कॉलेज में जाने से पहले, क्लासरूम में जाने से पहले बिल्कुल एक रिलैक्स होकर, एक कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ में क्लासरूम में अपनी इंजीनियरिंग की पढ़ाई शुरू करें। वाह दीदी, ये दिवाली तो बहुत बढ़िया होने वाली है।
Really, really. And the day starting with a session on health, where physical health is prime concern nowadays for the students as well as the parents. That a child, when he goes to the college, what will happen to him? How will he be able to take care of his health? So we have a whole lot of sessions on health, not just practice session, but also understanding about how to take good care of health. So the session will start from 7:30 to 8:30. That will be the first session. Bhaiya, then उमेश भैया
जी, उसके बाद में प्रोफिशिएंसी मॉड्यूल का एक सेशन रहेगा 9:30 to 10:30 तक।
जी and after that we are going to have the basic the foundation session, I would say, of universal human values on which everything is based, because with this clarity what to do and how to do, one becomes more assured and more confident. So we are going to have this session from 10
now,
to 1
now can we have Neetu ji?
जी।
Rajiv sir isn't there, Rajul bhaiya.
हेलो
जी,
नीतू जी से बुला सकते हैं। हाँ, वेल
थैंक यू वेरी मच मनीषी मैडम. राजीव सर is not online right now.
Okay,
so we can see if we can join in later some of the session.
जी.
And
मैडम राजीव के घर में उनके पेरेंट्स को कोरोना होने की वजह से they are very old, 92 years plus. Maybe he is busy with probably admitting them in hospital or something like that. We all wish that they will recover fast and he will be with us as soon as possible.
Yes, sir. So definitely, sir, we wish all the help to sir's parents. And madam, to continue with the program, Rajiv sir was supposed to speak about the SIP, what is Student Induction Program and how it has to be conducted. So I will try to include that part. First of all,
I would request you to once again to kindly open your camera so that it becomes.
Madam, actually,
it's
my
okay, it's
internet,
okay.
yeah.
Internet
is an issue, and therefore it will be a problematic.
एक सेकंड आप चेहरा दिखा दीजिए, so that कौन बोल रहा है लोगों को पता चलेगा, बाद में ऑफ कर दीजिएगा.
Yes, sir. I'm traveling actually right now, so it will be difficult for me. Anyway, sir, I will.
नीतू जी की फोटो तो लगी हुई है यहाँ पे.
हाँ, फोटो लगी हुई है, फोटो लगी हुई है, फोटो तो लगी हुई है.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. First of all, I would like to welcome all the participants, especially students who are connected with us, because the purpose of this student induction program is that students should feel acclimatized to the new environment which they are entering into. And I think till now you all are aware why this student induction program was started by AICTE. In 2017, AICTE has taken various quality initiatives, and one of the quality initiative is inculcation of human values into the technical education, and it has to be inculcated through two programs. One is this student induction program, which is 21 days mandatory induction program, part of model curriculum of AICTE. And second is one course that is on universal human values, and it has to be offered during the third and fourth semester of the to the UG students. And if we talk about this induction program, you can say this is the foundation of the education, because once the foundation is strong, the building will be definitely stronger. So this is the foundation of education, and it is started with the vision of facilitating students into a smooth transition from their home and school environment to the university environment, because these students were preparing for the uh, competitive exams, and lots of stress was there. But once they are entering into the college and they are starting a new life, new career, they should start with the full freshness. So this is the objective of this student induction program. And what AICTE is doing to facilitate this, first of all, AICTE is orienting the policymakers to for conducting these student induction program based on UHV. And second thing that AICTE is doing is preparing faculty members for conducting these student induction program. And so far, we can say that enough number of faculty members have been oriented towards the student induction program based on universal human values. More than 30,000 faculty members have attended this program, and more than 20,000 faculty members have already got certificate of level 1 certificate for organizing the student induction program. So enough foundation has been created. Now, what we are thinking, that students who are attending this program, they should be well versed with the their colleges. So this is one of the module that they will be exposed toward the infrastructure of the college, to the city, the new city they are going into. They will be a visit to the new places, and at the same time, how they can go ahead uh, uh, with this new life. They have to start this new life with few foundation things. One of them is the soft skills. So soft skills are very important part of this. AICTE is recommending that after conduction of the student induction program, they should be formulated one student activity cell. A student activity cell will be focusing on four things. First is soft skill, second is wellness, and third is their academics, and fourth is UHV. So these are the things which AIC student activity cell will be focusing, and it has to be coordinated by the volunteering students, at the same time some faculty mentors. So this is what we are recommending to the students. And if you see the structure of student induction program, AICTE is actually proposing various modules. There are 9 modules, different modules, which are being proposed, which have been proposed as part of student induction program. And during these 5 days program, which is a eSIP sampler program, means it is a sample to all the colleges that this is the way you should organize the induction program. Normally, induction program has to be a 21 days program. Because of corona, this semester is already compacted semester, and we colleges have to actually teach the reading material of 2 semester in a 1 semester. So this student induction program has also been compacted, and a 5 days sampler induction program is being organized by AICTE. And all the students who are attending this program, all the colleges who are making their students, newly admitted students attending this program, they may skip organizing a student induction program in their colleges. And after conduction of this program, all the videos of this program also will be uploaded on the AICTE FDP-SI portal, and students may be encouraged to see the videos and learn various things which will be taught during this program. And if we talk about AICTE's initiative about student induction program, all the information in this regard is available on AICTE FDP-SI portal. It is again on AICTE website. if you go to this portal, all the faculty members will get the information about upcoming training programs, FDP programs on student induction. And then if we talk about the reading material for the 3 days face-to-face SIP, FDP SIP is available. Then 5 days induction program FDP is available, and even the reading material for the 8 days induction program is available. So it is good enough to learn the basic of UHV there. And there is a whole curriculum of UHV2, the credit-based course which has to be offered in the 4th and 5th semester. The curriculum of that course is also available on AICTE portal. So all the colleges are requested to kindly adopt that curriculum and organize this course in the 3rd or 4th semester whenever feasible. And I would like to thank all the faculty members who are connected with us today, because they have to take this program further. And this is a sampler eSIP, but the activities will continue in the in the form of student activity cell. They have to form this student activity cell, and all the activities proposed under this has to be continued. The detailed information about student induction program and e-student induction program, because most of the colleges this time will be organizing e-student induction program. So curriculum and what are the activities proposed, timelines, timetable, everything is available on AICTE website. So I request all the faculty members to go through that and prepare themselves for the student induction program implementation. And one more thing I would like to inform every one of you, because Chairman Sir and Vice Chairman Sir both have spoken about AICTE quality initiatives. AICTE has taken these initiatives 3 years back, and the whole purpose of taking these initiatives was that our students should be employable, their employability should increase. Because if you see 3 years back, 4 years back, there were many questions about the employability of engineering graduates. Especially everyone was talking about that engineering graduates of India or country are not up to the mark. Their global competitiveness was being questioned. And at that time, these initiatives were launched. And these initiatives involved all the activities related to entrepreneurship, innovation, then industry aligned training, internship, and the most important part of employability, which is human values. Because any student who has all the technical skills but is not having the right ethics, moral values, is not employable. No one would like that kind of person in their premises. So this is most important part of employability. And after implementation of all these initiatives, you see the India Skill Report 2019, you will see the maximum improvement in the employability of kind of a student is among the engineering graduates. You will see that 13% increase in a single year in the employability of these students have been observed. So these initiatives which AICTE has taken 3 years back, now we have started seeing the result of that. And this is the first program where we are able to connect to our student directly. We will hope that we will be able to organize such program in future also, and we'll request all of them that whatever initiative AICTE has taken in terms of internship and innovation based program, hackathons, etc., you please participate into them. And you also learn all the basics of universal human values, participate in the induction program. And we hope that after 1 year we will see the best students coming out of AICTE institutions premises. And we will again see the hike in the employability of our students. And definitely our student will become uh, at par with the global requirement of talent. So this is what we wish to all the students. And I would also like to thank NCCIP team. This is National Coordination Committee for Induction Program. They are actually implementing this program on behalf of AICTE in the colleges, organizing the induction program, orienting the policymakers. And Chairman NCCIP, Professor Rajneesh Arora ji, Convener NCCIP, Dr. Shishir Gaur ji, all the NCCIP team members, resource persons, the vice chancellors who are supporting us, Charan sir, Pathak sir, everyone, we are really thankful to you. And we hope that with your support, AICTE will be able to implement this initiative of AICTE in a very successful manner. So thank you very much. Thank you everyone once again.
Thank you so much, Neetu ma'am, for acquainting all of us about student induction program and UHV courses, faculty training. And most important part is that everything is readily available on AICTE portal, even the timetable for SIP. And thanks for encouraging the students to participate in the various activities which are being conducted by AICTE or the universities. Thank you so much, ma'am.
यदि
Next,
विपिन जी भी AICTE से हमारे साथ में जुड़े हैं तो हम इस प्रोग्राम में उनका स्वागत करते हैं।
जी।
और इसके बाद में हम जो प्री SIP एक एक्टिविटीज होती है उसको एक उदाहरण के तौर पर रखने का प्रयास करेंगे। वो बेसिकली है इंट्रोडक्शन,
जी।
है ना। जनरली हम लोग इंट्रोडक्शंस हम खुद का ही देते हैं और वहाँ से फिर एकेडमिक क्लासेस शुरू हो जाती थी। लेकिन SIP में जो हम इंट्रोडक्शंस को रख रहे हैं तो उसमें मैं आपका इंट्रोडक्शन करवा दूंगा और आप मेरा इंट्रोडक्शन करवा के देंगे। इसका मतलब ये है कि स्टूडेंट अपना इंट्रोडक्शन खुद का नहीं करवाएंगे, लेकिन वो अपने जो बैचमेट है, क्लासमेट है, उसका इंट्रोडक्शन करवा के देगा। उससे क्या होगा कि दो स्टूडेंट्स के बीच में एक आत्मीयता क्रिएट होगी, एक दूसरे के बारे में जान पहचान होगी, उनके फैमिली बैकग्राउंड्स के बारे में, उनकी स्ट्रेंथ, उनकी कॉम्पिटेंसी, उनका 12th तक का जो कुछ स्टडी रहा है उसके बारे में जानेंगे। इसी तरह से टीचर्स भी अपने आप को पूरी एक फैमिली के साथ में, फैमिली बैकग्राउंड के साथ में बच्चों को इंट्रोड्यूस करवा के देंगे, ताकि ये जो एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट का जो माहौल है वो एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट का माहौल एक परिवार के माहौल की तरह दिखाई देगा, जिसमें हर बच्चे अपने आप को काफ़ी रिलैक्स होकर कंफर्टेबली एकेडमिक्स और स्किल डेवलपमेंट के साथ में वैल्यू डेवलपमेंट के लिए फोकस उनका बनाए रहेगा। तो इस इंट्रोडक्शंस का जो सेशन है, इस इंट्रोडक्शन के सेशंस में हमारे साथ में कुछ बॉयज़ है, कुछ गर्ल्स है। जैसे कि हमारे साथ में जोशुआ जुड़े हैं, वासुदेव पाटीदार जुड़े हैं, वासु अरोरा जुड़े हैं, राधिका बोरा है, हिमांशी भाटिया है, प्रांजल अग्रवाल है। तो हम ये जो इंट्रोडक्शन सेशन है, इस इंट्रोडक्शन सेशंस को इनके साथ में कर सकते हैं। बच्चों, आई होप यू ऑल आर रेडी। आप सभी लोग तैयार हैं? तो जोशुआ, आप अगर आपके
अभी नेक्स्ट तो रजनीश जी का, चारण जी का, उसके बाद में बच्चों का इंट्रोडक्शन है।
ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है। तो हमने AIC ये बेसिकली इंट्रोडक्शन है, और इस इनपुट के साथ में बच्चे अपने इंट्रोडक्शंस के लिए तैयार भी हो सकते हैं। लेकिन उससे पहले अभी हम लोग NCCIP के जो मार्गदर्शक रहे हैं, चेयरपर्सन, उनको सुनेंगे। उनके साथ ही साथ बीकानेर टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी के जो वाइस चांसलर है चारण जी, उनको सुनेंगे। शिशिर जी को सुनेंगे, कन्वीनर NCCIP। तो सबसे पहले मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहता हूँ रजनीश अरोरा जी को, चेयरपर्सन NCCIP।
बहुत बहुत
नमस्ते,
धन्यवाद उमेश
स्वागत है
जी,
आपका।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। मुझे प्रसन्नता है कि आज हम लोग इस सारे पेंडेमिक के कारण से जो मुश्किल आई उसके बावजूद ऑनलाइन स्टूडेंट इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम कर रहे हैं, और 12,000 से अधिक विद्यार्थी जो हैं वो यूट्यूब पर और जूम पर हम लोगों के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं। As Professor Anil Sahasrabudhe ji told that now our whole education system is looking forward to National Education Policy 2020. So this whole student induction program has also been designed on the lines of realizing the goals of National Education Policy 2020. When we go through the document of National Education Policy, we see the very first line on the first page of policy that education is fundamental for achieving three things: full human potential, developing an equitable and just society, and promoting national development. Now, articulating these three goals of national education policy, we see that what exactly is meant by having full human potential, equitable and just society, promoting national development. Full human potential means that at the level of individual human being, we must have all the satisfaction, all the happiness and prosperity, and not only happiness and prosperity, but continuity of happiness and prosperity in our life. So we must be happy at individual level, and we must be prosperous at individual level. And when we talk about equitable and just society, that means in every individual, there must be right understanding and right feelings about happiness. And in every family, there must be prosperity, that all the members in the family must have required skills by which the family can be prosperous, they can fulfill all their needs. And in the society at all levels, we must have an environment of fearlessness. That means trust with each other. And at the level of nature and existence, we must have a mutual fulfillment, coexistence kind of thing. We should not have any kind of depleting of resources or polluting of resources. So then only we can say that it is equitable and just society. And when we say promoting national development, that means at the level of nation, we should be able to be harmonious within and complementary to other nations. So these three goals can be articulated if we go deeper into these things. So this is the goal of education, that we should be able to fulfill the goals of national education policy. Now we all know that realizing basic human aspirations, which are articulated in national education policy, the role of education is that through education, we develop a humane world vision within ourselves. Then only we have values based on that human world vision, that what is valuable for me and what is not valuable for me. And when it is at the collective level, it becomes a human culture. And guided by these values and these world vision, if we have skills within ourselves, then only we can have that human conduct in our life with which we can create an equitable and just society at all levels, within family, at the level of village, at the level of district, at the level of state, and at the level of nation. And as a developed nation, we are able to have harmony within the nation and have harmony with other nations also. So that is the purpose of education, that we can have full human potential, we can create equitable and just society, and so that we can have a developed nation in our dreams. So for this purpose, this whole SIP is designed to. But we see that in the whole education system, there is an emphasis on skills. And the thing which is missing, the crucial missing link, is of having a humane world vision and having human values and human culture. So that understanding is being initiated in the student induction program. And this thing is on the basis of three things in this student induction program. One is talking about universal human values. Already Professor Sahasrabudhe said that those values which are universal in nature, these values are applicable in all parts of the world. They are rational in nature. They can be understood. They can be taught to the students. They can be discussed with others rationally. They are verifiable. When we have our conduct on the basis of these values, we feel happy about it. And they lead to harmony at all levels, within ourselves, within our family, within society, and with the nature. So those kind of values have been time tested in education system in different educational institutions, and now AICTE has incorporated them in its model curriculum. And second part, which we will be dealing in student induction program in different modules, so that is about the case studies, that what are the expressions of those values in our literature, in our traditions, and in the whole health related aspects, how we can keep our health based on our values. And then because of these value guided, we can have skill education, how we can create prosperity within our family, within our society, and in the whole nation. Because on the basis of the people competent to contribute to human society, culture, and civilization, then only we can have an equitable and just society and the national development. So these three things to have full human potential. For this purpose, the first module of universal human values, it has been tested in various institutions all over the nation. And the second is those issues of physical health, visit to local area, lectures by eminent persons. There we will be dealing with the case studies related to our own Indian education system, so that we can know about our traditions, we can know how it is universal in nature and how it is on the basis of well-being of all. And the third is that in order to have those values in our life, what kind of skills are required, for which I have entered in this institution of professional education, whether it is engineering education or management education or architecture or hotel management or pharmacy. So then I get familiarized with my department, branch, and then whatever gaps I find, I have proficiency modules for that. This Indian knowledge system is the major part of the student induction program. Here, because our own Indian knowledge system is well tested through so many years in practice, our forefathers have founded it for the purpose of well-being of all. That the foundation of this whole Indian tradition is Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. In Punjabi, we say Sarbat da Bhala. In all the languages in the country, we have this purpose of well-being of all in all our traditions. And we take the whole world as our family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Then we know that knowledge is one, truth is one, but its expressions are many. Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. So these are the basis of excellence. And on the basis of this excellence, if we understand it and practice it in our life, then we have a goal of making the whole world excellent. Trinavanto Vishwamaryam. So this deep understanding of human being, as well as the underlying harmony in nature and with entire existence. So this is the essential core essence of Indian knowledge system, which we have to understand. And this has been made the major part of the core part of the whole student induction program. When we come to the society as a college, from schooling to college, we come across different type of cultures: urban culture, city culture, Western culture, people say Bollywood culture, liberal culture, our own traditional rural Indian culture, and so many others. When we have the understanding of basic human values and universal human values, then we can evaluate all these new cultures which come across to us when we come from schooling to college. Then we can evaluate it. We just don't criticize it or reject it. We try to evaluate on the basis of those particular universal values. And then we find out where are the gaps, which are the things which are common to everything. So we are able to appreciate the different approaches and their achievements. What is good in it, what is not good in it. And where there is a gap from the basic culture of truth, love, and compassion, then we take it as a responsibility. Okay, I will work on it. I will fill up the gap. And instead of just criticizing it, rejecting it, or comparing it with one with the other, this is good, this is bad, this is mine is good, yours is bad. Instead of that, we are all moving towards the same goal. So that kind of understanding, that kind of discussion is initiated in student induction program classes. And during the next 10 days, in these different modules, in different sessions, you will have an exposure of this direction and this kind of approach, which all is the basis of student induction program. This induction program is designed for smooth transition from your preparation environment to engineering curriculum. Or I should not say just engineering curriculum, because the students of pharmacy, students of management, or the students of hotel management or architecture are also part of it. So you were preparing for having the best course or the best college from your point of view, and now you have taken admission in one college or the other, and you have to have this transition. So this 21 days of mandatory student induction program has been designed to have this smooth transition. And this time, because of this pandemic, this whole program has been organized for 10 days you will have online programs. And after that, as Madam Neetu Bhagat has told, that for remaining 4 years, you will have student activity cells where you will be moving forward with those values and with that vision in your life, so that you can contribute towards a just and equitable society, and you can contribute towards national development, which are the goals of national education policy. In the student induction program, we have things to expose you to a holistic vision of life, awareness, sensitivity, and understanding of self, family, society, nation, international, and the entire nature, and making bonds with peers, your own classmates, your seniors, alumni, faculty, and staff in your college, to have healthy lifestyle and ethical professional discipline, how to pursue other interest areas like music, singing, painting, languages, etc. So these kind of sessions will be conducting during these next 10 days. Now, the things which are not being covered in this e-student induction program, online student induction program, it is like the infrastructural facilities of your own college. That information will be provided by the concerned college itself, where you have taken admission. Future scope of the course in which you have taken admission. So that also will be dealt by the concerned teachers or the head of departments in your how to change from one branch to other, change of college from one to another, placement, companies, package, etc. So these kind of questions can be answered by the local teachers in the local institutions only. So these things are not part of this online student induction program, or guidelines regarding when the particular college is opening, when it is not opening. And the things which are being covered here, there are resources. As I told, that there are three kind of things. One is universal human values. The second is about the Indian knowledge system, physical health, visit to local area, lectures by eminent people, literature, creative practices, co-curricular activities. And the third is by the local college, local teachers, that is familiarization of department, discipline, and the proficiency modules are also included in this online course. So this whole program is available on website, and you can go through it. And the details will be provided in the next session. You will see. Now, AICTE has provided this opportunity for all of us to implement a holistic framework of education and develop our institutions and model institutions. We look forward to have one model institution in each state in our country, and after that, have minimum one in every district, and then all our institutions should become model institutions of a model society, where we have just and equitable society, which is the purpose of our national education policy. This whole student induction program is towards implementing national education policy in our institutions, which are approved by AICTE. And I wish all the best to the participants and students as well as teachers. And I'm sure that the whole effort will be very fruitful for achieving its goals. Thank you. Thank you very much.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद रजनीश सर। जिस तरीके से रजनीश जी ने हमें बताया कि ये जो स्टूडेंट इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम का जो पूरा फोकस है, एक तो 12वीं कक्षा के बाद में हम अलग अलग स्ट्रीम्स में एडमिशन ले ही रहे बच्चे, और एक्सपेक्टेड जॉब के लिए तो प्रिपरेशन करना ही है अगले 4 सालों में, लेकिन साथ ही साथ अपने हेल्थ का भी ध्यान रखना है, अपने हेल्थ को इंश्योर करते हुए, क्योंकि जब हम कॉलेज से पास आउट हो जाएंगे उसके बाद में भी तो हेल्थ को इंश्योर करना ही है। तो उसके बारे में एक होलिस्टिक विजन भी होना आवश्यक है। परिवार में जिन लोगों के साथ में हम जीते हैं और कॉलेज में भी हमारे टीचर्स के साथ में, हमारे सपोर्टिंग स्टाफ के साथ में एक तालमेल पूर्वक हमारा जीना हो जाए, और ये पूरे प्रकृति के साथ में हम हमारे कनेक्ट को पहचान कर एक रिलेटेडनेस फील करें, और प्रकृति के संवर्धन के लिए भी हम काम करते रहे, ताकि एक पूरे में हमारा जीना हो जाए। तो ये स्टूडेंट इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम का एक मेन फोकस है। सो थैंक यू सो मच चेयरपर्सन NCCIP। अभी मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहता हूँ शिशिर जी को। शिशिर गौर जी, आप कन्वीनर है NCCIP के।
हाँ, उनका वीडियो चला सकते हैं हम लोग।
जी, तो शिशिर गौर जी ने वीडियो मैसेज भेजा है इस eSIP के लिए, तो हम शिशिर गौर जी का वीडियो मैसेज को देखते हैं।
इसमें साउंड शेयर करिए, साउंड शेयर नहीं हो रही।
Okay, respected Chairman Professor Anil Shasbuddhi ji, Vice Chairman Mr. Professor MP Punia ji, Member Secretary Professor Rajiv Kumar ji, Professor Rasneez Arora ji, NCCIP Chairman and member of NCCIP and participants. I welcome the participants in today's webinar where we are discussing the SIP, which is very important part of AICTE curriculum for the first year students. Please next slide. Okay. So when new students enter an institution, they come with diverse thoughts, background, and preparations. They have also gone through stressful period of competitive exams as well. Hence, it is important to help them adjust to the new environment and inculcate in them the ethos of the institution with a sense of large purpose. In SIP, we want to provide an exposure to essence in the context of the whole humanity first. The SIP consists of different activities, which includes meeting new students, socializing with teachers and other people in the university, getting information about the rules and regulation of the university, knowing different departments, etc. Secondly, associated with the local area or city, local stores and necessary shops for the survival at new place as well. Other activities which may involve students in several creative, cultural and curricular activities through which they can explore themselves and got idea about their interests, which may help them in the long run. Lectures by eminent personalities, sessions by the appointed mentors for the student to make them more familiar with the university environment. With this background, the SIP has been formulated with specific goals to help students to give them new start in new life after passing through stressful period of competitive exams, get an exposure to the holistic vision of life, develop awareness, sensitivity, and understanding of the self, family, society, nation, world, and entire nature. Become familiar with the ethos and cultures of the institutions, set a healthy daily routine, facilitate them in creating new bonds with seniors and colleagues, and overcome with a weakness in some essential professional skill if required, such as mathematics or language or some kind of skills. Let's say we can say interview, facing the interview and all. Next slide, please. Okay, the various module or core area, the activities in which the students would be fully engaged through the day of the entire duration of the program are as follows. So we all know about these activities. There are 9 modules, and universal human value module is there, and after that 8 modules are there, which is related to physical health department, visit to local area, lecture of the eminent pupils, language, literature, creative, and curricular activities. Next slide, please. I'm just giving the strong structure for the implementation of student induction program. In India, there is a very strong structure for implementation of student induction program, where at national level, IP cell and coordination committee exists to manage SIPs and faculty development program, except it at regional level, regional officers and NCCIP regional coordinators work for the better implementation of SIP along with we have a strong team of university coordinators and institute coordinators along with the student activity cell for better implementation of student induction program. Next slide, please. Here I'm just giving you the simple example for simple chart steps for implementation. So here we can see steps for SIP. Here we can see we appoint first the coordinators at the university or college level, then we appoint the faculty members for conducting the SIP. Once the faculty members are finalized, we go for the design and conducting the FDPs according to the modules, conduct the SIP by trained faculty, and once the SIP is over, something is required to carry out the activities along the year. SA is proposed for the same, where the student create the group in their institutes and manage different activities along the year similar to SIP. So SAC comprise of different units and subunits related to different activities of SIP. Most important part is that the student are the coordinator of this cell and faculty members are here as a mentor, which can help them to decide such as to finalize the different events or expert tasks, etc. So there is a very strong structure to conduct the SIP, then to carry to bring that events to manage that events along the year. We do it through the student activity cell. Next slide, please. Okay, so now as we are going to face this, we are facing this pandemic problem. So we are all aware about the pandemic situation being faced by the whole country, which has adversely affected most of the activities of the day-to-day, including the academics. So the severity of the situation is varying from city to city and state to state. So every state has different academic schedule for the upcoming session, particularly for the new admitted batches. So let us hope that situation become normal in the coming month. But as Chairman Sir told us that we have to continue the things, we have to manage the induction program same as our courses. So SIP committee has discussed the issue and, at length and work out a proposal for effective implementation of SIP and to achieve the required objectives under the present condition. The committee proposed the following guidelines for the same. First is that the duration of the SIP may be reduced from the 3 weeks to 2 weeks in order to compensate for the delayed entry of the commencement of the academic sessions. Okay, and most of the activities may be planned in online mode. Most of the such a way we can plan the event such a way so that these can be conducted in online mode. Most of the it would be help the student to feel belonged in their institution and act as a icebreaker for the new coming students who can interact online, get used to the college students, its rules and regulation, and its cultures and ethos. Also, students can prepare their given task. We are just suggesting here that students can prepare their given tasks such as poster creation or speech or some kind of event, and they can share it through online mode. They can upload it on some portal, and further the faculty or the teachers can evaluate this, or they can appreciate their efforts. So by this means we can connect with the student, we can connect them, and we can conduct a very good induction program. Okay, so although every institute has their own possibilities and limitations, we understand this. Here we are proposing the schedule for the online SIP, which can be managed by the different institute as per their available resources and their conditions. So majorly can define the schedule in 4 sessions each day, where first session belongs to yoga. We can conduct other health related activities in that first session. In the second section, we can manage the expert lectures. We can plan them. We can go for the live sessions, or we can go for the videos here. Dr. Ruchirji will explain more about different modules. And third session is activity based. Here we can, as I told you, that we can go for the creation of painting, for the speech, and the students can prepare that, can make that, and can upload it on the portal. Okay. And fourth session belongs to UHV, that we can also do with the help of the available resources or online videos or online or live classes as well. So here we can see different fields related to expert lectures and different possible activities which we can plan. So it is here to just give you some idea about it. So about the general health, we can invite the people, or we can give that provide different lectures related to the health or agriculture of India, introduction to technology, and any other relevant lectures. For the activity, as we discussed, it can be yoga, meditation, craft, or some kind of short movies making, or theme-based poster, essay writing. We can plan it accordingly. So we have to distribute those activities in that block, which is session 3. There we can distribute those activities, and then accordingly we can perform the activity. Here you can see these all activities of the session 1 and session 4 will be in batches A and B, we can say, and will be taken care of the SIP coordinators, proctors of the college. Okay, all activities during session 2 will be for all the students jointly and will be arranged by the SIP coordinator, proctor of the college. All activities during session 3 will be group activities. The group will be formed on the basis of department or branch wise. During session 2nd and 3rd, all activity mentioned in appendix 1 and appendix 2 must be covered respectively, which I have presented before. So here you can see this is one example from the Bikaner Technical University. They are conducting it in the same way. They are taking the pictures like this, and the students creating the.
थैंक यू सो मच शिशिर गौर जी, कन्वेनर NCCIP. आपने SIP के कंटेंट इम्प्लीमेंटेशंस और उसके एक्सपेक्टेड आउटकम्स के बारे में इंफॉर्मेशंस हम लोगों के साथ में साझा की. और जिस तरीके से शिशिर जी बता रहे थे कि भारत के कुछ यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में स्टूडेंट इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम हो या स्टूडेंट्स के साथ में वर्कशॉप्स हो, टीचर्स को प्रिपरेशन करने की बात हो या फैमिलीज़ की वर्कशॉप्स हो, तो उसी से लेकर बीकानेर टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी का जिक्र कर रहे थे. तो मैं अभी आमंत्रित करना चाहूँगा वाइस चांसलर बीकानेर टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी प्रोफेसर चारण जी. चारण जी, आपका स्वागत है.
जी नमस्कार.
जी नमस्ते सर. नमस्ते.
नमस्कार. सबसे पहले मैं AICTE के आदरणीय चेयरमैन अनिल सहस्त्रबुद्धे जी को स्वागत करता हूं कि उन्होंने इस ऑनलाइन में भी इस प्रोग्राम को कहीं बिल्कुल गुम नहीं होने दिया. थोड़ा सा कम भी सही, लेकिन इसको ऐसे ही नहीं जाने दिया कि पूरी पढ़ाई का जो महत्वपूर्ण हिस्सा है, जो शुरुआत है स्टूडेंट इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम, वो कहीं हल्का नहीं दिखे. इसके लिए मैं AICTE की सारी टीम को, माननीय सहस्त्रबुद्धे जी को, पूनिया जी को, राजीव जी को, नीति जी को, सबको धन्यवाद और साधुवाद देता हूँ. इस प्रोग्राम को भी बहुत खूब हुई आगे बढ़ाने के लिए आदरणीय रजनीश जी और हमारे UHP के सभी साथी, उमेश जी, सभी जिस तरह से आगे बढ़ा रहे, हमें लगता हूँ कि ये बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण विषय जिसको हमने ऐसे गुम नहीं होने दिया. विद्यार्थियों से मैं विशेष रूप से यही कहना चाहूँगा कि जिस तरह से बाकी प्रोग्राम साल भर और फिर 4 साल तक इंजीनियरिंग में और MBA में, MCA में भी, डिजाइन सभी कोर्सेज में जिसे पढ़ते आए हैं, लेकिन धीरे धीरे ये महसूस किया गया कि इंजीनियर अच्छा बन जाए, प्रोफेशनल अच्छा बन जाए, लेकिन व्यक्ति भी अच्छा बने, वो उतना महत्वपूर्ण है. और व्यक्ति अच्छा बने उसके लिए भी कुछ होना चाहिए. और जैसा रजनीश जी ने अभी नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के बारे में बताया कि पॉलिसी ने तो निश्चित रूप से कह दिया कि पूरा जो हम एजुकेशन सिस्टम है, इसमें 2 चीज़ें हैं. एक तो आपका कोर सब्जेक्ट है जिसको हम कौशल कहेंगे, और दूसरा आपका व्यक्ति का निर्माण है जिसमें वैल्यूज और सारी चीज़ें आने वाली है, और दोनों का समावेश होकर शिक्षा बनती है. इस मामले में AICTE और UHP के सभी लोगों को निश्चित रूप से मैं मानता हूं कि बधाई का विषय है कि इन्होंने तो बहुत पहले ही महसूस कर लिया था कि ये बात बहुत ज़रूरी है व्यक्ति को तैयार करने के लिए, और नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी ने अब कहा है कि हाँ, ये होनी चाहिए. उम्मीद करता हूं कि पूरे देश में बहुत जल्दी ही इस कोर्स को और इस पूरे कंसेप्ट को, इस पूरी भावना को उसी रूप में लागू किया जाएगा। सब जगह अब जब देश में सब चीजें व्यवस्थाएं अच्छी बन रही है, लोगों का इकोनॉमिकल लेवल भी अच्छा हो रहा है, रोजगार भी बढ़ रहे हैं, लेकिन एक बात सब जगह आम बात कहते हुए लोगों को बात सुनने में आती है कि वो इंसानियत नहीं रही, वो पहले जैसी इंसानियत नहीं है। तो ये जो इंसानियत, मानवता, ह्यूमैनिटी, ये जो चीज है सभी लोग महसूस कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो घर परिवार में हो, चाहे वो पड़ोसी के साथ हो, चाहे वर्क प्लेस के साथ हो। तो उस बात को कैसे शिक्षा के माध्यम से हर व्यक्ति तक जा सकता है, उसी को ध्यान में रख के ये एक शुरुआत है 21 दिन का इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम। और फिर UHP2 जो एक रेगुलर कोर्स है, जिसको तैयार करके विद्यार्थी को पूरी तरह से ये समझ में आता है कि वो अपने लिए, अपने बारे में क्या सोचे, कैसे सोचे। बड़ा दुर्भाग्य का विषय है कि शिक्षा में कैसे सोचा जाए ये नहीं पढ़ाया जाता है, कैसे किया जाए ये तो बहुत पढ़ाया जाता है, लेकिन कैसा सोचना चाहिए, विचार कैसा होना चाहिए और विचार का उद्गम क्या है, उसके पीछे भावना क्या है, इसके बारे में कहीं पढ़ाया नहीं जाता। और मुझे लगता है कि अभी UHV के माध्यम से UHV2 का जो कोर्स लागू किया है, मेरी यूनिवर्सिटी में भी लागू है, उसके माध्यम से विद्यार्थी को ये तैयार किया जाता है कि वो अपने बारे में सोचे, अपने परिवार के बारे में सोचे और समझे, और फिर अपने परिवार का एक्सटेंशन जो पूरा मानव से मानव संबंध है उसके बारे में सोचे, समझे, और उसके साथ उसे कैसे निर्वहन करता है उसका ईमानदारी से निर्वहन करे। और सिर्फ यहीं तक नहीं, प्रकृति के साथ भी उसका सहअस्तित्व और सदुपयोग के साथ, समझ के साथ में अगर जीता है तो खुद भी सुखी होता है, अंततः सब सुखी तो होना चाहते हैं। इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम उसकी शुरुआत है, UHV2 उसकी विस्तार है। इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम में ये समझ में आता है कि उसको सिर्फ कौशल ही नहीं सीखना है, और बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, स्वास्थ्य से लेके, लिटरेचर से लेके, क्रिएटिविटी से लेके बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो भी बताई गई उसको सीखनी है। और इस कोविड के समय में भी हमने थोड़ा सा मॉडिफिकेशन किया है। मैं विद्यार्थियों को विशेष रूप से बताना चाहूंगा कि चूंकि इस कोविड के टाइम में समय कम था, तो सभी कह रहे थे कि इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम को हटा दें बिल्कुल या थोड़ा कर दें। हमको लगा कि इसको हटाना तो निश्चित रूप से सोचना ही नहीं चाहिए, लेकिन कम करके कैसे अच्छा कर सकते हैं, इसके लिए क्या एग्जाम्पल बन सकते हैं और कैसे कर सकते हैं। हमने एक्सरसाइज की, अच्छी एक्सरसाइज की। इस समर वेकेशन में थोड़ा सा हमने इसको तैयार भी, उस समय से भी तैयार करना शुरू कर दिया था कि इस बार जिस तरह से चल रहा है तो क्या अच्छा नया कर सकते हैं। कोविड के समय में एक एक्सपेरिमेंट हमने अपने लेवल पे किया, जैसा AICTE ने एक एक्सपेरिमेंट किया कि सभी टीचर्स को ऑनलाइन UHP ऑनलाइन वर्कशॉप हो सकते हैं, टीचर्स के लिए हो सकते हैं, प्रिंसिपल्स के लिए हो सकते हैं, इवन वाइस चांसलर्स के लिए हो सकते हैं, AICTE के ऑफिसर्स के लिए हो सकते हैं। और सफल हुए 5 दिन के वर्कशॉप, जिसमें इन चारों बातों को बहुत विस्तार से कहा गया कि स्वयं, परिवार और फिर समाज और अंत प्रकृति के बारे में। तो हमने ये प्रयोग विद्यार्थियों के साथ किया कि विद्यार्थियों को भी इस 5 दिन का ऑनलाइन वर्कशॉप कराया जाए। और वो 5 दिन का एक 250 बच्चों का वर्कशॉप किया, और उससे जो बच्चों का फीडबैक था, उनके पेरेंट्स भी जुड़े थे, उनका फीडबैक था, उनके छोटे बड़े भाई जुड़े थे, उनका फीडबैक था। वो इतना सफल और इतना एनकरेजिंग लगा कि हमारे UHP की टीम, निश्चित रूप से टीम ही सब कुछ करने वाली है, उन्होंने ही सब कुछ किया और उसका सारा जो क्रेडिट है उन्हीं को जाता है। तो उन्होंने उस प्रोग्राम को आगे बढ़ाया और अब तक वो लगभग 7000 से ज्यादा बच्चों का ऑनलाइन वर्कशॉप करा चुके हैं। इस अनुभव को हमने इस इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम में भी उपयोग करने का सोचा। तो हमने इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम एक 14 दिन का इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम बनाया, जो ऑलरेडी हो चुका है पिछले अक्टूबर में 17 तारीख से लेके, और हमने 31 तारीख तक कंप्लीट कर दिया। 1 तारीख से तो हमारी क्लासेस शुरू हो गई, 1 नवंबर से। उसमें टोटल 14 दिन के प्रोग्राम में एक तो UHV का 5 दिन का ऑनलाइन, UHV2 जिसको कहते हैं, 5 दिन का ऑनलाइन वर्कशॉप, 2 वर्कशॉप रखे, और बाकी जो स्लॉट था उस स्लॉट में बाकी जितनी एक्टिविटी, जैसे सुबह योगा कराना, योगा भी अच्छे एक्सपर्ट लोग बुला के योगा कराना है, और जो जिस एरिया में आया उस एरिया में क्या खास चीजें हैं उनके बारे में जानकारी देना है, आर्ट लिटरेचर के बारे में बताना है। और वो 14 दिन का प्रोग्राम बहुत ही सफलतापूर्वक हमने संपन्न कर दिया है, और 1 तारीख से उनकी क्लासेस सबकी शुरू हो गई है। हालांकि AICTE ने कहा है कि आप पूरा नवंबर भी एडमिशन दे सकते हैं और वो दिसंबर में शुरू करें, लेकिन जितने विद्यार्थी आने थे मुझे लगता है आगे, और जिस तरह की एफिलिएटिंग यूनिवर्सिटी में जहां हम कंडक्ट कर रहे हैं, जितने बच्चे हमारे पास आने होते हैं, मैं समझता हूँ लगभग सभी के पास स्टूडेंट इतने आ चुके हैं, उससे ज्यादा विद्यार्थी है ही नहीं। या मैं ऐसे कहूँ कि जब सीट्स ही खाली पड़ी, जिसको आना है तो आ गया, वो वेटिंग में है ही नहीं। तो विद्यार्थी ऑलरेडी आ चुके हैं और हम अच्छी तरह से उसको प्रोग्राम को कराया। इन प्रोग्राम में भी हमने देखा कि ये जो 5 दिन का इंडक्शन के साथ में 5 दिन का यूएचबी जो कराया, तो 2 हफ्ते का इंडक्शन था, उसमें 5 दिन का यूएचबी था और 2 इंस्टॉलमेंट था, 2 अलग-अलग। वो बहुत ही सहजता से बच्चों ने लिया और हमने 1000 बच्चों को एक साथ जोड़ने का प्रोग्राम बनाया था, तो हर एक में 700-800 बच्चे थे, उन्हें पूरी तरह से समझा। मुझे लगता है कि एक नया प्रयोग किया जा सकता है आने वाले टाइम में यूनिवर्सिटीज में, कि जिसमें विद्यार्थी आता है, उस इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम जो 3 हफ्ते का प्लान किया है, अभी तो कम है लेकिन बाद में जब भी प्लान कर 3 हफ्ते, उन 3 हफ्ते के प्रोग्राम में 3 वर्कशॉप UHV 2 के करा दी जाए, 5 दिन के वर्कशॉप उसको कर जाए। और उसको अब आसानी से हो सकता है कि 1000 बच्चों तक का तो हमने करके ही देख लिया, हो रहा है, और AICTE भी के माध्यम से भी 1000 टीचर्स का भी वर्कशॉप कर रहे हैं, आसानी से हो सकता है। तो इस तरह से सभी यूनिवर्सिटी एक साथ अपने 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 लेवल पे वो बच्चों का इस इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम के तहत ही UHV 2 का वर्कशॉप करा सकता है। से उदाहरण के लिए मैं कहूँ कि हमारे यहाँ लगभग 10,000 विद्यार्थी आते हैं। अब 10,000 यानी 10 वर्कशॉप, अगर उसके 2 स्लॉट में कर दो तो 5 स्लॉट, 5,000 के 5 हो गए। अगर 3 में करूँ तो और कम हो गए। और इतने तो रिसोर्स पर्सन मिल ही सकते हैं, रिसोर्स पर्सन लगभग कई इंस्टीट्यूट ने तैयार भी कर दिए। तो ये एक्सपेरिमेंट बहुत ही अच्छा हो सकता है कि जो इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम में हम बच्चे को कि सबके सुखी रहने की कामना करना है, सबको सहयोग के भाव से जीना है, ये भाव पैदा करने का जो काम है वो UHV 2 करता है। तो अगर UHV 2 से निकल गया तो उसमें सभ्य सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः का ये विचार स्वतः ही आता है कि वो दूसरों के सहयोग करने से ही खुश रह सकता है। और सिर्फ सहयोग करने से नहीं, उसको परिवार में कैसे जीना ये भी समझ में आता है, समाज में कैसे जीना ये भी समझ में आता है, यानी उसको जहाँ नए दोस्तों के साथ आया उनके साथ कैसे रहना ये भी समझ में आता है, वर्क प्लेस में टीचर्स के साथ उसका कैसा व्यवहार संपर्क होना चाहिए ये भी समझ में आता है। तो ये प्रयोग हमारा बहुत सफल हुआ है कि हमने इस SIP प्रोग्राम के साथ ही UHV के वर्कशॉप करा दिया। अब वो साल भर अगर बाद में पढ़ेगा तो उसको ज्यादा अच्छे ढंग से वो तरक कर पाएगा, अच्छे से डिस्कस कर पाएगा, वो अच्छे ढंग से हो पाएगा। मुझे लगता है कि आने वाले टाइम में इसी तरह का प्रयोग SIP के साथ UHV 2 का वर्कशॉप कराने का हो सकता है। उसमें टीचर के रिक्वायरमेंट भी मुझे लगता है कम होंगे, इतने रिसोर्स पर्सन भी अवेलेबल हो सकते हैं, क्योंकि एक समय में 1000 विद्यार्थियों का वर्कशॉप हो सकता है। विद्यार्थियों से मैं जरूर कहना चाहूँगा कि इस बात को वो निश्चित रूप से इसी पर्सपेक्टिव में देखें कि आप अच्छे इंजीनियर बनेंगे, अच्छे प्रोफेशनल बने, बहुत अच्छी बात है, लेकिन आपको जीवन में अच्छा सफल होने के लिए अच्छा इंसान बनना भी जरूरी है। और इंसान बनने के लिए ये जानना जरूरी है कि मेरा इस संसार में रोल और रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज क्या है। रोल और रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी यानी जहाँ मेरा परिवार है, मेरा वर्क प्लेस है, मेरा समाज है, मेरा देश है, देश ही क्यों पूरा ही जो संसार है मानव से मानव, वहाँ मेरी रोल और रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी क्या है उसको मैं समझ लूँ और उसका मैं ईमानदारी से निर्वहन कर लूँ, तो निश्चित रूप से मुझे दूसरे से अपेक्षा करने की जरूरत नहीं, वो सामने वाला भी ऐसा ही आपके प्रति व्यवहार करेगा, इतना ही अफेक्शन से, इतना ही अपनेपन से, इतना ही सहयोग से अफेक्शन करेगा। और यही भाव अगर प्रकृति तक आप एक्सटेंड करें, जिसने से हमको सब कुछ मिलता है, जो कुछ भी हमारे पास है वहीं से आता है, तो हम उससे उतना ही ले जितनी हमको जरूरत है और बाकी दूसरों के लिए छोड़ दें, तो निश्चित रूप से हम बहुत ही अच्छा व्यक्ति के रूप में अपना जीवन निर्वहन कर सकते हैं। और यही तो हमारी सबकी इच्छा है। मैं इस प्रोग्राम में सबको एक बार बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूं कि वो अच्छी तरह से बच्चे अच्छी तरह से इस प्रोग्राम को समझे, इसका आनंद ले, और सबको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। नए कॉलेज में आने की शुभकामनाएं, नया कोर्स ज्वाइन करने की शुभकामनाएं और जीवन के नए टर्निंग पॉइंट में एंटर करने के लिए बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं।
थैंक यू वेरी मच चारण सर। आपने ये पूरे UHV के कंटेंट से लेकर जो मार्गदर्शन किया हम लोगों को, थैंक यू सो मच। मैं ये कंटिन्यूसली देख पा रहा हूँ कि AICTE चेयरपर्सन अनिल सहस्त्रबुद्धे जी बच्चों के साथ में चार्ट में कंटिन्यूसली इंटरेक्शंस कर रहे हैं। उनके जो भी डाउट्स है उस डाउट्स को क्लेरिफाई करने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं। ये काफ़ी अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है जहाँ पर स्टूडेंट्स सीधा AICTE चेयरपर्सन के साथ में ना केवल कनेक्ट हुए, लेकिन चेयरपर्सन भी पूरे एक पेरेंटिंग के भाव से गाइड कर रहे हैं बच्चों को और कंटिन्यूसली बिजी है चार्ट से उनके आंसर्स करने के लिए। थैंक यू सो मच चेयरपर्सन सर। और इसके साथ जो हमारा इस स्टूडेंट इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम के इनॉग्रल का जो आखिरी पड़ाव है, उस आखिरी पड़ाव के तरफ हम बढ़ते हैं। और इसमें हम बच्चों के जो इंट्रोडक्शंस है, उस इंट्रोडक्शंस का जो सेशन है, वो सेशंस को ब्रीफली चलाएंगे। तो हमारे साथ में स्टूडेंट्स के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव के रूप में जोशा है, वासुदेव पाटीदार है, वासु अरोरा है, राधिका बोहरा, हिमांशी भाटिया और प्रांजल अग्रवाल, आप सभी लोग हैं। तो मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आप सभी के पास में माइक्रोफोन अभी अवेलेबल होगा। आप आपके माइक्रोफोन को अनम्यूट कर सकते हो ताकि आप इंट्रोडक्शन आपका करवा सके या आपके फ्रेंड का करवा सके। जोशा, आप कहाँ से हो और किसका इंट्रोडक्शन करने वाले हो?
Good morning, sir.
जी नमस्ते, बताइए।
Myself Joshua. I am from Pathankot, Punjab.
जी,
Yes,
आप
sir.
किसका इंट्रोडक्शन करवाने वाले हो?
Sir, Vasudev.
जी बताइए वासुदेव के बारे में।
हेलो वासुदेव, कैसे हो आप?
ठीक हूँ भैया। गुड
आपका
आफ्टरनून।
क्या है?
जी,
आपका फुल नेम क्या है?
मेरा फुल नाम है वासुदेव पाटीदार। मैं एमपी से बिलोंग करता हूँ, एमपी रतलाम।
और आप किस ब्रांच से हो?
जी, मैं अमृतसर में हूँ, सीएससी ब्रांच, आईकेजीपीटीयू अमृतसर।
आपके 12वीं में कितने परसेंटेज आए?
जी, मेरे 12th में 75%।
और आप कहाँ से हो?
मैं रतलाम से हूँ, एमपी के रतलाम से।
ये रतलाम नॉर्थ साइड या साउथ साइड, कहाँ साइड पड़ता है?
नॉर्थ साइड, लाइक एमपी तो पूरा मिडिल में ही आता है, बीच में ये मध्य प्रदेश।
ओके ओके। और आपकी एज कितनी है?
मेरी एज है 18।
ओके। आपकी फैमिली में कितने मेंबर्स हैं?
मेरी फैमिली में 4 मेंबर्स हैं।
ओके। आपके पेरेंट्स क्या करते हैं?
मेरे पेरेंट्स फार्मर है, किसान है।
ओके। आपकी हॉबीज क्या है?
मेरी हॉबीज है लाइक मुझे कोडिंग में ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट है एंड मैं ऑलवेज यही चाहता हूँ कि मैं लोगों की मदद कर सकूँ या एक इंडिया को नया वे दे सकूँ। मैं इसी चीज़ में वर्क करता हूँ। स्टडी मेरा वो मेन हॉबी है, मैं स्टडी में ही वर्क, बाकी दूसरी चीज़ों में इतना मैटर नहीं करता, इतना ध्यान नहीं देता।
ओके ओके, गुड गुड। आपका एम क्या है?
मेरा एम है लाइक मुझे कुछ बड़ा करना है, लाइक इंडिया को, कंट्री को डेवलप करना है। मेरा एम वैसे एयरफोर्स में जाने का था, बट मैंने सोचा कि मैं उतना ज्यादा वहाँ पे वो नहीं कर सकूंगा, तो मैंने कंप्यूटर साइंस का वे चूज किया और कुछ डिजिटल करने का। वो मेरी बहुत बड़ी प्लानिंग है, सो मैं बता तो नहीं सकता अभी, बट हाँ इंडिया के लिए ही है कुछ बात।
ठीक है ठीक है। तो आपके पेरेंट्स में से सबसे ज्यादा आपको कौन अच्छे लगते हैं?
ऐसा कुछ नहीं, हम 4 लोग ही तो सारे ही अच्छे लगते हैं। सब मेरा सपोर्ट करते हैं। मैं मतलब जो चीज करता हूँ उस पर ट्रस्ट करते हैं, ऑल टाइम मेरा सपोर्ट करते हैं। मतलब कि हाँ मतलब ये कुछ करेगा या वो, मतलब फुल टाइम मेरे, मतलब मुझे किसी चीज के लिए मना नहीं बोला जाता।
ठीक है ठीक है। और आपसे मिलकर अच्छा लगा। थैंक यू वासुदेव।
थैंक यू।
जी वासु अरोरा,
यस सर।
बताइए।
सर मैं जोशु के इंट्रोडक्शन देना चाहता हूँ।
ठीक है।
सो स्टार्ट सर।
जी 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 बिल्कुल शुरू कर सकते हैं।
जोशुआ।
हाँ भाई।
हेलो हेलो, कैसे हो भाई?
बढ़िया भाई।
आपका पूरा नेम क्या है?
मेरा नाम जोशुआ है।
और आप कौन से कैंपस से बिलोंग करते हो?
मैं आईके गुजरात पंजाब टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी में से इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग मेन कैंपस में से हूँ।
ओके। और आपकी हॉबीज क्या है?
मेरी हॉबीज है सिंगिंग करना, प्लेइंग फुटबॉल, वॉलीबॉल एक्सेट्रा।
आपकी एज कितनी है?
मेरी एज 19 है।
ओके। और आपके फैमिली में कितने मेंबर्स हैं?
मेरे फैमिली में 7 मेंबर्स हैं।
आपके पेरेंट्स का क्या काम है?
मेरे
क्या काम
पापा
करते हैं?
मेरे पापा गवर्नमेंट जॉब करते हैं और मेरी मम्मा हाउस वाइफ है।
आपके 12th में कितने परसेंटेज आई थी?
मेरे 12th में आए थे 74%।
ओके। आपने कोई कॉम्पिटिटिव पेपर दिया क्या?
नो नो, मैंने नहीं दिया कोई कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम।
ओके। और आपकी स्ट्रेंथ और वीकनेसेस के बारे में आप कुछ बताना चाहेंगे?
मेरी स्ट्रेंथ है कि मैं जो भी काम करता हूँ उसमें अपना 100% देता हूँ। जो मेरी वीकनेस है कि मैं जल्दी से मतलब एंगर मुझे मेरे आता है, जब मैं ज़्यादा गुस्सा आए थे जल्दी।
ओके। और जोशुआ, मुझे आपसे बात करके बहुत अच्छा लगा, सो थैंक यू।
ठीक है भाई, थैंक यू।
ओके, बाय।
ओके,
बहुत बढ़िया, आप दोनों का भी धन्यवाद। राधिका, आप हो?
थैंक यू सर।
यस सर।
जी, राधिका बताइए।
नमस्कार,
नमस्ते।
मैं राधिका बोहरा, जीत इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ डिजाइन एंड टेक्नोलॉजी जोधपुर की ब्रांच हूँ। आज इनका नाम है और ये जयपुर की रहने वाली है। हाल ही में अजमेर इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज के कंप्यूटर साइंस ब्रांच में एडमिशन लिया है।
राधिका बेटा, आपका थोड़ा सा इंटरनेट चेक कर सकते हैं आप? आपकी आवाज ब्रेक हो रही है बीच में।
So now it is audible?
हाँ, अभी ठीक है थोड़ा। जी हाँ बेटा,
Okay,
कंटिन्यू
so
कर
मैं एक बार
सकते हो।
वापस बोलती हूँ।
जी,
ओके ओके। इनका नाम प्रांजल अग्रवाल है। ये जयपुर की रहने वाली हैं और इन्होंने हाल ही में अजमेर इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में कंप्यूटर साइंस ब्रांच के अंदर एडमिशन लिया है। इनके पिता CTAE के मैकेनिकल डिपार्टमेंट में असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर है और इनकी माताजी एक अध्यापिका है। इनके अपने परिवार के साथ काफी अच्छा तालमेल है और इनके अच्छे व्यक्तित्व के कारण सारे पड़ोसी भी इन्हें बहुत स्नेह करते हैं। इनका एक छोटा भाई है जो कि अभी 10th स्टैंडर्ड में है। ये अपनी जिंदगी में काफी कुछ हासिल करना चाहती हैं और अपने सब्जेक्ट को कमांड भी। इनका मानना है कि शिक्षा इन्हें हमारे देश की संस्कृति से जोड़े रखता है और साथ ही इन्हें व्यक्तिगत विकास से बोध कराता है। धन्यवाद।
जी, थैंक यू। प्रांजल
Yes,
बेटा,
sir.
आप हो? जी
Yes,
बेटा,
sir.
जी।
Good afternoon, everyone. I am प्रांजल अग्रवाल. मैं जयपुर से हूँ। मैंने अभी इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में एडमिशन लिया है। आज मैं आपको मेरी फ्रेंड हिमांशी भाटिया से इंट्रोड्यूस करवाना चाहती हूँ। हिमांशी भाटिया बीकानेर से हैं। इन्होंने अभी UCT बीकानेर के कंप्यूटर ब्रांच में एडमिशन लिया है। हिमांशी के फादर LIC बीकानेर में असिस्टेंट ब्रांच मैनेजर हैं एंड इनकी मदर RVPN में जूनियर इंजीनियर है। इनकी एक छोटी सिस्टर है जो कि 6th ग्रेड में पढ़ती है और एक ब्रदर है जो LKG में पढ़ता है। इनकी फैमिली से बॉन्डिंग काफ़ी ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग है और एक दूसरे के साथ काफ़ी ज़्यादा टाइम भी स्पेंड करते हैं। हिमांशी की पड़ोसियों से भी काफ़ी अच्छी जान पहचान है। वो इनकी हेल्प के लिए हमेशा रेडी रहते हैं। हिमांशी की लाइफ से यही एक्सपीरेशन है कि वो अपनी फील्ड में एक्सपर्ट बने, हायर स्टडीज़ परस्यू करे और जिसको भी हेल्प की ज़रूरत हो वो दिल से इनकी हेल्प करे। एजुकेशन से एक्सपेक्ट करती हैं कि वो थियोरेटिकल ना होकर प्रैक्टिकल हो और इंसान को जॉब ओरिएंटेड ना बनाकर एक अच्छा व्यवहारिक इंसान बनाए। आई होप आपको उनके बारे में जानकर अच्छा लगा होगा। थैंक यू।
जी, बहुत बढ़िया। हिमांशी।
नमस्ते सर, मैं
नमस्ते।
हिमांशी भाटिया। मैं UCT बीकानेर की कंप्यूटर साइंस ब्रांच की स्टूडेंट हूँ। है राधिका बोरा जो जोधपुर की रहने वाली है। उनकी ब्रांच है आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस। उनके फादर का नाम है कपिल बोरा जो एक एडवोकेट है, साथ साथ समाज सेवक भी है। उनकी मदर साइंस की टीचर है। वह उनके दादाजी आई स्पेशलिस्ट है। वह पूरे परिवार की नींव है। उनकी एक छोटी बहन है जो स्कूल में पढ़ती है। इनकी शिक्षा के बारे में ये कहना है कि किताबी ज्ञान के साथ साथ हमें जीवन में मूल आधारों को भी साथ में लेके चलना चाहिए। शिक्षा में नवीकरण के साथ पुराने आदर्शों को भी साथ में लेके तालमेल करके रहना चाहिए। इनका कहना है कि शिक्षा विद्यार्थी के मूल मार्गदर्शक के रूप में ना होकर जिसे हमें हमारे जो विद्यार्थी हैं उनको सही डायरेक्शन मिले और ये हमारे जो निराशा और भटकाव की तरफ आराम से रह सके।
जी, थैंक यू हिमांशी। तो
Umesh Bhaiya, it's pretty
जी
amazing. Radhika knows Pranjal, Pranjal knows Himanshi, and Himanshi knows Radhika so well. And they have
या
introduced each other so nicely, as if, they know from pretty long, since very long. So it's good. But I would like to know from these students that how do they feel about that somebody else knows them and introduces them? जी, राधिका, प्रांजल और हिमांशी, any one of you can
Ma'am, it
just
feels very well.
let
Ma'am, it
know
feels
your
very
feeling.
good. Ma'am, it feels very good because interacting with all of you and being like here in front of you, it's a very great opportunity for us. So it feels really very good कि हम सब लोग एक दूसरे को बहुत अच्छी तरह से जान पाए हैं इस SIP के कारण. So thank you to all.
जोशुआ, वासुदेव, वासु, क्या आप बता सकते हैं आप में से तीनों में से कोई एक कि आपको कैसा लगा?
जी मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, थैंक यू सो मच। हम लोग पहले भी मिल चुके हैं सर, बट मैं बहुत जान के ये बहुत एक्साइटेड और बहुत हैप्पी भी हूँ। हम आप लोग इंडिया के लिए बहुत मतलब एक नया वेब दे रहे हैं, क्योंकि आजकल सब लोग भूल चुके हैं, सब अपनी अपनी लाइफ में बिजी रहता है, कोई किसी को कुछ नहीं करता है। तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा, मतलब आपने मुझे खुद को भी एक नया वे, क्योंकि मैंने बहुत सारे वे चूज कर रखे थे, बट आपने मुझे वे चूज करा कि नहीं तुम्हें इसी पे चलना है, मतलब आपके इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम के बाद वो मैंने चूज करा। और मतलब मैं लोगों से इतना हो, और मेरी फैमिली भी बहुत एक्साइटेड है, मैं इतना जल्दी इतना ज्यादा कैसे चेंज हो गया। सो थैंक यू सो मच सर फॉर योर सपोर्ट।
जी थैंक यू। आप पूरे जो 6 लोग हैं ना, 6 लोग में से एक एक को मैं कुछ एक दो क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकता हूँ। जैसे कि अभी 12वीं पास कर ली है आप लोगों ने और एक बड़े इंपॉर्टेंट पड़ाव पे आ चुके हैं, आपने अभी कॉलेजेस के लिए एडमिशन लिया है। तो बच्चों, ये पूरी जो जिंदगी है आपकी, वो जिंदगी से क्या एक्सपेक्टेशंस है? कोई एक बता दे, राधिका, हिमांगी या प्रांजल में से कोई एक?
Yes sir, बिल्कुल।
जी
सर एक्चुअली जब 12th पास किया था तो ऑब्वियसली एक फंडामेंटल क्लियर रहता है, एक माइंडसेट रहता है दैट वी हैव टू गो इन दिस फील्ड ओनली। एंड इंजीनियरिंग, लाइक एज वी ऑल नो दैट माय ब्रांच आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस इज वेरी न्यू नाउअडेज, और इसमें काफी सारे फ्यूचरिस्टिक स्कोप्स भी हैं। तो लाइक अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, मैं यही चाहती हूँ कि मैं बहुत अच्छी तरह से इसे एक इस मतलब लेवल को अपने इस थिंग को परस्यू कर सकूं, ताकि मैं बहुत अच्छा कर सकूं इसके अंदर आगे अच्छी कॉलेज से एमटेक फिर इंजीनियरिंग, एंड आई वांट टू बी अ साइंटिस्ट इन सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एज वेल, ताकि मैं नासा, इसरो जैसी बड़ी बड़ी लाइक यहाँ पे जाके कुछ रिसर्च कर सकूं, इंडिया के लिए कुछ अच्छा नाम कर सकूं। सो दिस फील्ड ऑफ माइन इज वेरी 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 गुड, सो दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव परस्यूड इट। थैंक यू।
Okay, thank you. Let's see what Joshua, Vasudev, and Vasu are expecting from the life. आप तीनों में से कोई एक बता सकता है कि what are you expecting from the life?
यस आई एम वासु। सब मैं यही कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि लाइक हम इंडिया को डेवलप कर सके। जैसे बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो अदर कंट्रीज में तो एक्सप्लोर हो गई है, आ गई, बट हमारा इंडिया किसी वजह से पीछे रह गया है। तो हम यही चाहते हैं कि हम एक नया वे दे पाए या हमारे इंडिया को डेवलप करें, और कभी ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि हमारा इंडिया किसी भी चीज में बिछड़े। जैसे लाइक मोदी जी, बहुत सारी चीजें आज ऐसी हो गई है कि हमारी इंडियन एयरफोर्स मतलब आर्मी वगैरह इतनी टाइट हो गई है कि हम एक टाइम ऐसा था जब हमको वीजा नहीं मिल रहा था मोदी जी को, और एक टाइम उन्होंने ऐसा लाया कि अमेरिका के राष्ट्रपति भी इंडिया में। तो वही चीजें हम अपनी लाइफ में अप्लाई करके हम भी उसी वे में इंडिया को डेवलप करना चाहते हैं।
आप सभी के जो जिंदगी से लेकर जो एक्सपेक्टेशंस है उनको सुनकर काफी अच्छा लगा। अभी
सर
ये 4 साल आप एजुकेशन करने वाले हैं ना, तो इस एजुकेशन से आपको क्या एक्सपेक्टेशंस है? जी आप बता रहे थे कुछ।
सर
व्हाट
मैं
आर
ये
यू
बत
एक्सपेक्टिंग फ्रॉम एजुकेशन?
सर मैं ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि हम अपनी एजुकेशन से बहुत कुछ एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं। अच्छा पढ़ना एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं ताकि हम आगे बढ़ पाएं, और एक अच्छी पढ़ाई से ही एक अच्छा इंजीनियर बन सकता है। तो इसलिए मैं यही एक्सपेक्ट करता हूँ कि कॉलेज में एक अच्छी पढ़ाई हो और उससे हम एक अच्छे इंजीनियर बन पाए।
जी और कोई मुझे बताएगा, एक कोई आप में से?
यस
व्हाट आर यू
सर।
एक्सपेक्टिंग फ्रॉम एजुकेशन? यस
सर आई वांट कि एजुकेशन हमको और ज़्यादा डेवलपमेंट में हेल्प करे, मतलब जो 4 साल है हम सोसाइटी को हेल्प कर सकें,
ठीक
आगे
है।
बढ़ने पे हमको हेल्प करे। मतलब जैसे कि होते हैं कई बैकवर्ड एरियाज में, मतलब ढंग से टेक्नोलॉजी नहीं पहुंच पाती है, तो हम उसमें भी हेल्प कर सकें।
Very nice. And now I'm coming to the last question. We are going to have this SIP. The sessions will start from tomorrow, 9th, and it will go until 20th. तो ये जो पूरा जो स्टूडेंट इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम है, बेटा क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं आप स्टूडेंट इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम से? तो क्या आप में से कोई भी दो बताएं मुझे सभी के लिए, ताकि एक सभी स्टूडेंट्स इस SIP से क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं उसके बारे में हम कुछ अनुमान लगा पाए।
यस सर। सो इस SIP से हम लोग को बहुत अच्छा मोटिवेशन मिलता है ताकि हम अपने लाइफ में आगे जा सकें, और बहुत ही वैल्यूएबल और मोटिवेशनल चीजें भी हम यहाँ से सीख सके, जैसे पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड, अपनी पर्सनालिटी को ग्रूम करना, ताकि हम लोग कहीं पे भी आगे जाए तो हम लोग बहुत अच्छा अपने आप को शोकेस कर सके और अपने आप को इस तरह से बिल्ड कर सके कि आगे हमारे लाइफ में कोई भी हमारे लिए कोई ऑब्स्टेकल क्रिएट ना कर सके। इस SIP के तहत ना ही हमारी मेंटली बल्कि फिजिकली इमोशनली हम सब तरह से इतने ज्यादा स्ट्रांग हो सके कि हम लोग हमारे लाइफ में कोई भी जितने भी प्रॉब्लम्स है हमारी लाइफ में, भले वो स्टडी के पर्पसेस से हो, भले वो जॉब पर्पसेस से हो, या इन फ्यूचर इन लाइफ में हो, we can be full of our potential, we can give everything to it. So that is what my opinion is about this SIP. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's very good to see that other students are also responding to the chat box. You know, they are writing about their expectations from life, their expectations from education, and their expectations about SIP. और कोई बता सकता है what is your expectations from SIP?
यस सर।
जी बताइए।
सर जैसे हमें जब भी हमारे कुछ हमें मिल जाता है तो हमारे अंदर सेटिस्फेक्शन नहीं होती, तो हमें जिंदगी में ये होना चाहिए जो भी हमें मिले तो उसमें हमें सेटिस्फाई होना चाहिए। अगर हम सेटिस्फाई नहीं होंगे तो हमें जिंदगी में आगे नहीं बढ़ सकते। तो
या वेरी नाइस। बेटा आपको हमारे लिए कोई क्वेश्चन है? वुड यू लाइक टू आस्क एनी क्वेश्चन टू मी और मनीषी मैम? Didi, hope am
Yes,
I audible?
you are audible, but I think
Okay.
this, connection is gone, or some problem has cropped up. And
Okay, so we can move ahead.
With this discussion, how I feel is it has been experienced that the modern recruiters, those who come to the campus, they appreciate candidates with excellent character rather than just some job skills. So to embellish our personality as a student and help ourselves grow up to our full stature, so I would just request all the students to actively participate in this eSIP starting from tomorrow morning till 20th of this month. So welcome everyone to this SIP program starting from tomorrow.
जी, तो हम कल सुबह 7:30 बजे ज्वाइन हो जाएंगे इसी चैनल से। हमारे पास में जो लिंक्स आई है ईमेल के द्वारा, अगर जूम में हम ज्वाइन कर पाए तो ठीक है, जूम में अगर हम नहीं ज्वाइन कर पाए तो यूट्यूब लाइव से हम कनेक्टेड रहेंगे कल सुबह 7:30 से लेकर 5:30 तक, और इसी तरह से हर रोज कल से लेकर 20 तारीख तक। बीच में 2 दिन की हम छुट्टियों को भी एंजॉय कर सकते हैं, 14 और 15। जी, थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, Bhaiya. Namaste. Namaste, everyone.
नमस्ते। नमस्ते एवरीवन।
थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू सर।
Thank you, beta. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू सर। थैंक यू मैम। थैंक यू मैम।
Thank you, बच्चे।
थैंक यू सर। थैंक यू मैम। थैंक यू सर।
जी, राजुल जी कंक्लूड कर सकते हैं फिर प्रोग्राम को?
हाँ, सेशन बुद्धे जी अभी भी जुड़े हुए हैं, अगर कुछ
अच्छा,
कहना चाहें तो
जी
फिर हम लोग क्लोज कर सकते हैं।
ठीक ठीक।
बहुत अच्छा रहा, बच्चों का सब सुन करके तो हमको बहुत ही अच्छा लगा। नाइस। वी आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू, है ना, सब लोग मिल करके। आप लोग अपने पेरेंट्स को जरूर लेकर आना, है ना। और जो लास्ट डे सेलिब्रेशन होगा उसके बारे में हम लोग ने बहुत बात नहीं करी अभी, लेकिन उसमें भी सब लोग आए तो बहुत अच्छा रहेगा। स्वागत है।
जी जी
जी
हाँ, हम लोग वी आर लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड फॉर मोर इंटरेक्टिव सेशंस फ्रॉम टुमारो मॉर्निंग। स्टूडेंट्स के साथ में भी, बच्चे के साथ में, उनके फैमिलीज के साथ में भी कनेक्ट होने का, बात करने का हम प्रयास करेंगे कल से।
और जो लोग लाइव भी है ना, यूट्यूब लाइव में भी जो है, उनके साथ में भी चैट के थ्रू हम लोग पूरा लगातार कंटिन्यूअसली उसमें रहेंगे, संपर्क में रहेंगे, और जो भी कमेंट्स क्वेश्चंस हैं वो लेंगे उसमें से। तो ऐसा नहीं है कि, है ना, ये दोनों अलग अलग हैं, ये दोनों एक ही हैं, एक ही फीड है और एक ही तरह से इसको रन किया जा रहा है।
But Rajul Bhaiya, I see in the chat box that some of the faculty members or parents or students they are pretty concerned about the language issue. That somebody says that we want in Hindi, somebody says we want in English. So we can just tell them about.
हाँ, प्लीज गो अहेड। गुड क्वेश्चन, बताइए।
we are going to have this session in both the languages. Few of the sessions are common for Hindi as well as English, but in UHB session, we are going to have two groups. One will run in Hindi and another in parallel will go in English. So it won't be an issue, language won't be an issue, I think, hopefully, the way the things being conducted. जी राजू भैया.
जी, हम अगर हमारा शेड्यूल अगर देखा जाए तो शेड्यूल में जिस सेशंस के बीच में स्टार दिखाया होगा आपको वो कॉमन सेशन है, और बाकी अगर सेशंस अगर देखे जाए तो वो दोनों भी लैंग्वेजेस में होगी, हिंदी और इंग्लिश.
जी जी.
हाँ, तो इसमें ये दो मॉड्यूल्स जो हैं, वैल्यूज वाला मॉड्यूल और हेल्थ वाला जो मॉड्यूल है, ये दोनों इंग्लिश में और हिंदी में पैरेलल में चलेगा. और जो YouTube का जो हम लोग का डिस्क्रिप्शन है उसके अंदर जो भी अपडेट होगा उसको रखा जाएगा और वहाँ पर लिंक्स दिए हुए हैं. तो उसमें मतलब बने रहें सब लोग तो अच्छा रहेगा. उसमें
जी, साथ ही
लैंग्वेज का
साथ
कोई
मैं
इशू नहीं होना चाहिए. हाँ
जी जी जी, साथ ही साथ मैं ये भी रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूँ कि अगर आपको पार्टिसिपेंट्स को कोई बात ध्यान में नहीं आ रही है तो फैकल्टी वॉलंटियर्स है ना, भारत भर के जो फैकल्टीज है वो वॉलंटरीली आप लोगों के साथ में आपकी जो प्रॉब्लम्स है उसको रिजॉल्व करने के लिए इस eSIP के साथ में कनेक्ट हो चुकी है. आप उनको सुबह 7:30 बजे के बाद रात में 9 बजे तक कभी भी कॉल कर सकते हो. उनके नंबर भी आपको ईमेल में मिले ही होंगे नाम के साथ में. तो सुबह
हाँ, और
7:30 के बाद और रात में 9 बजे से पहले आप उनसे कॉल करके अगर कोई गाइडेंस चाहते हैं तो गाइडेंस ले सकते हो.
हाँ, और सब लोगों ने वॉलंटियर किया है, ये सब जो फैकल्टी मेंबर्स हैं, और मतलब आपके जैसे पेरेंट्स आपकी ध्यान रखते हैं वैसे ही इनका वो संकल्प है कि सबका ध्यान रखा जाए. तो स्वागत है सभी का. कोई भी क्वेश्चन है तो पूछिए.
Family feeling that everybody, we don't know each other, we haven't met each other, but still we are ready to help each other. This is amazing, wonderful.
Yeah, and all this is possible with the AICTE initiative. So once again, agar Sahasra Buddha ji, if he is there, we can take his last words on this, and then we can close.
राजुल भैया, फैकल्टी में नमस्ते. अगर मेरा नाम लिखना चाहे तो लिख दें. राजस्थान से काफी बच्चे हैं.
हाँ, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल,
है ना राजुल भैया.
खूब कॉल्स आए आपको.
नहीं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. आई एंजॉय.
Yes. And in fact, you have been, a core part of the design for this whole program. So Bharat Suneja ji from Rajasthan Technical University.
इट्स माय प्लेजर सर, ऑलवेज. सर, एक थोड़ा सा निवेदन ये था कि यदि इसी प्रोग्राम में चूंकि कॉलेजेस में हो नहीं पा रहे हैं, तो अगर अपन सब ब्रांचेस के बारे में, जैसी बच्चों की प्री कंडीशनिंग है ना, तो अगर थोड़ा सा कोई इस तरह के एक्सपर्ट हो, BHU से हो, शिशिर जी हैं, रुचिर जी हैं, यदि उनको उनकी ब्रांच के बारे में थोड़ा सा कि ये स्कोप फर्दर कि आप यू आर नॉट कन्फाइंड टू कंप्यूटर साइंस ओनली, व्हाट आर द वेरियस अपॉर्चुनिटीज, है ना, इन योर कैरियर, so that they can be very comfortable. कई बार बच्चे को ब्रांच प्रॉपर नहीं मिलती है, दूसरी मिल जाती है, तो उनको ये भी एक अगर कहीं, मेरे ख्याल से होगा शेड्यूल में, आई एम नॉट अवेयर, पर इस तरह का एक लेक्चर कोई दे सके तो शायद बच्चे काफी कंफर्टेबल फील करेंगे.
हाँ, बिल्कुल है ना, वो शेड्यूल में है.
अच्छा सर, जी सर.
लेकिन उसमें उदाहरण के लिए एक ब्रांच का डिटेल देंगे.
जी सर.
लेकिन आपकी बात बिल्कुल ठीक है कि भाई बाकी ब्रांचेस में क्या स्कोप होता है, और उसके बारे में जितना भी बता पाएंगे उतना करेंगे.
जी सर. हाँ, वही
ये
था,
तो सॉर्ट ऑफ सैंपल है ना, ये तो SIP का थोड़ा सैंपल है.
जी सर.
राजुल जी,
ठीक बात है जी. चारण जी.
राजुल जी, भारत सुनेजा जी हमारे बहुत ही प्रोमिजिंग स्टार है। आप समझ सकते हैं इतने थोड़े टाइम में उन्होंने आरटी में बहुत सारे लोगों को मोटिवेट किया है, और अपने जो यूएचपी प्रोग्राम चल रहे हैं उसमें आरटीयू से बहुत से लोग आ रहे हैं।
जी जी जी, हम
हाँ,
जानते हैं, हम तो
और
अच्छी
इन
तरह
पे
से जानते हैं।
हाँ, आपने पहचाना तभी तो यहाँ तक पहुंचे।
नहीं, चारण जी ये दीप आप ही प्रज्वलित करके गए थे आरटीयू में सर। आपने बीटी संभाल लिया, तो उसको जलाए
बढ़िया।
रखना तो हमारी जिम्मेदारी है ना।
तो
अब हम लोग ये पूरा जो कार्यक्रम है ये बच्चों के ऊपर फोकस करके करेंगे।
जी सर।
है ना, और हमारे देश के और हमारे घर के अगली पीढ़ी जो है वो एक सुखद जिंदगी जिए, है ना, उन कामनाओं के साथ में हम लोग अब इसको क्लोज कर सकते हैं। हम लोग एक लास्ट एक वीडियो या रादर ऑडियो प्ले करके इसको क्लोज कर सकते हैं। तो
बहुत ही शानदार, बहुत ही नई तरह की शुरुआत है। इसके लिए सबको बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं, और ये बहुत ही सफल होगी। मैं समझता हूं कि जब ऑफलाइन भी क्लासेस होगी तब भी ऑनलाइन पहले कुछ ऐसा करना चाहिए नेशनल लेवल का, और
जी,
फिर
जी।
जो ऑफलाइन जो जिस यूनिवर्सिटी को जैसा डायरेक्शन है वैसा करते रहें, तो वो और भी ज्यादा उसका दायरा और बढ़ेगा, और लोगों को इसको कई लोगों को समझने में भी लगेगा, और उनको भी लगेगा कि हम पूरे देश से जुड़ गए।
जी बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। इसमें शिशिर जी का, रुचिर जी का और विवेक जी का एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण रोल रहा है, और उनको भी हम लोग बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना चाहेंगे, है ना। और अभी अगले जो प्रोग्राम्स होंगे उसके अंदर बहुत सारे लोग जो है वो बच्चों के साथ में बात करने के लिए जा रहे हैं। सुबह योगा से लेकर के लिटरेरी एक्टिविटीज से लेकर के बहुत सारे लोग हैं, उनका इंट्रोडक्शन हम लोग कल करेंगे, या एक एक सेक्शन के पहले उनका प्रॉपर इंट्रोडक्शन करेंगे। तो सभी का स्वागत है। कल हम लोग सुबह सुबह मिलेंगे और पूरा टाइम जुड़े रहेंगे तो बढ़िया रहेगा।
जी,
जी।
सभी को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। तो आज यहाँ पर हम एंड करते हैं।
जी,
नमस्ते। नमस्ते सभी को।
नमस्ते भैया, थैंक यू।
नमस्ते, थैंक यू, थैंक यू।
नमस्ते। थैंक यू सर।
थैंक यू सर।